opportunity will knock only a few times. So let's take advantage of this because this could be their legacy dahil kami lang siguro makakakuha ng 4 times na consecutive championship sa all-Filipino. But everything is uncertain dahil hindi pa tapos ang laban.
I think the hardest thing for a team that goes down 3-1 is the motivation. But if there's a team that maybe has the will to do that, it's the Magnolia Hatcher.
Oh, look at that getaway by Kabago. What a move by the Christian. Sakalak with a quick spin. It's that basket. Magnolia is alive in this game. And San Miguel Beerman will be going for the kill.
The finishing game in a series is really hard to get. So I think it's going to be a heck of a game on Game 5.
Okay, 1 game, 1 win for San Miguel. 1 more win gives them a 4th straight Philippine Cup for Magnolia. 1 more win gives them another game. All these possibilities can happen here today in Game 5 in this Philippine Cup series where San Miguel Beer holds a 3-1 lead in the series. We needed a free throw expert tonight. That's why we got this. Not him. You. We needed a free throw expert tonight. We've invited Richard Del Rosario to join us. Nice to see you, Richard.
Nice to see you guys. It's been quite some time since nakaupo ako dito sa panel. And siyempre, mas masarap naglalaro doon. But this is the second best thing, to be able to cover, especially with you two guys.
Ayaw mo yung coaching?
Hindi, yung nga gusto ko.
Okay, we welcome you to game number 5. Last time around, Kinito, nung game number 4, the Hotshots, Magnolia, they had their chances, but the breaks of the game apparently did not go their way.
Well, last 2 minutes, hindi na naka-score, no? And it was a very, very difficult stretch for Magnolia because I thought Magnolia could have won that game sa game number 4. Kung naglaro lang sina Mark Singris at saka si Justin Melton, nanalo Magnolia sa game number 4.
Kaso nga lang, injured, hindi nga maka-participate. So, Chito Victorero talking about those breaks of the game. Let's go quickly to Selena Dagdag, who completes our team. Selena.
Yes, heading into the locker rooms earlier, Coach Chito Victorero seems to be in a very positive and upbeat mood. Despite their Game 4 loss, he was very impressed with the performance that his team showed. They were able to force the Beermen into a low-scoring defensive game, and that's something he wishes to see again coming into today's matchup. More than anything, Coach Chito's actually concerned about his players' attitude. He hopes that they could carry on an upbeat and positive disposition from the start until the very end of the ball game, and they also hope they could adjust better to the calls this time around. Gentlemen.
Okay, thank you very much, Selena. One of the hardest things, Richard Del Rosario, is to be upbeat when you're down 3-1. But it seems Chito has the right attitude here.
That's correct. That's a tough job by the coach to keep the morale high for the players. But they have to realize na kahit down sila 3-1, this is still the closest thing for them to be able to win a championship. Dahil pag dito, mag-give up sila. Back to 0 na naman next conference. So you don't waste this opportunity to try and win a championship. And all you need to do is face what's in front of you. At yun na nga, try to get this game and get the morale back up.
And one of the things they have to address, of course, is the big games that Alex Cabagnot has delivered for San Miguel, Richard.
Ayun na nga, Alex Cabagnot, we all know him as a 3-point shooter. But what's hurting Magnolia really is his penetration to the basket. Alex Cabagnot is one of the best pick-and-roll players we have in the league right now. Look at his numbers. 10 of 18 field goal shooting, 2 of 5 from the 3. He creates a lot of openings not only for himself but also for Junmar because big men are forced to help whenever he penetrates inside the basket. That's why iba talaga yung value dito si Alex Cabagnot.
At hindi lang yun ang problema ng Magnolia, Kinito. Si Marcio Lassiter, mukhang bumalik na yung ganda ng laro ni Marcio Lassiter.
Well, yung depth sa starting lineup ng San Miguel Beer has been phenomenal. Nung game number 1, si Junmar Fajardo kumana 31 points. Game number 2, Arwin Santos, 24 points. Tapos si Marcio Lassiter, 24 points in game number 3. And then, we just discussed Cabagnot, he had 27 points. But back to Lassiter, itong ginawa niya sa game number 4, 18 points, 4 out of 9 from the 3-point distance. And if you compare his averages sa finals against his averages in the eliminations. Malaking agwat. In the eliminations, Marshall Alcester averaged 16.8 points, shot 35.2% from beyond the arc. But in the finals, he's averaging close to 20 points, 19.8 points a game, and he's hitting 45.7% from three-point distance.
Grabe, no? Ang taas ng kanyang 3-point percentage. Yan naman ito si Junmar Fajardo. Sabi niya, baka kayo nagpo-problema sa numbers ko. Ako okay lang kasi nanalo siya ng 6th best player of the conference. Mababa yung ibang numero niya. Pero yung mga teammates niya, Richard, ay gumagawa naman.
Oo, pero pag titignan naman natin, ano ba yung mababa kay Junmar? 16 points, 13 rebounds. Aba, napakalaking production na yun for Junmar Fajardo. Ang maganda dyan, in game number 3, he was able to rest because he didn't replay in the 4th quarter. That's why he had this energy. And hindi lang siya yung kailangan mag-rely yung San Miguel because of the help that he's been getting from his teammates. Na-mention mo nga kinito, no? Every game, merong isang player that really stepping up in terms of scoring. And that's why Junmar, he's very effective para dito sa San Miguel. And we all know Junmar is the one that really breaks down the defenses of the opposing teams.
Hold those thoughts, gentlemen, and there is always so much to discuss. Lalo na pag umaabot na ng Game 5, ano? Ang daming pwede pag-usapan. We'll take a short break, but we'll be bringing you back quickly to inside the Mall of Asia Arena for game number 5. This is San Miguel Beard against Magnolia. Welcome back, and Ian Sangalang has been a revelation in this particular tournament. Of course, when he started out, he was injured, did not participate. But Tim Cone had nice words for him in the last coverage, and he has stepped forward here, despite the difficulties of having to guard Junmar Fajardo as
Big
well.
challenge para kay Ian Sangalang because he is now almost the primary defender against Junmar Fajardo. But eto, makikita natin sa ating bar graph how he has performed so far in game 1 and game 4. He excelled. He had 29 points in the opener, which Magnolia won. Tapos sa game number 4, which Magnolia almost won, naka 22-point shots, 9 points in the 4th period. His low games were in the blowouts in games 2 and 3. I think if Ian Sangalang gets his usual numbers, over 20 points a game, if he plays tough defense against Junmar Fajardo, Magnolia has a big chance na makapanalo sa game number 5.
And another player that we're looking for has been Paul Lee. Richard Del Rosario is still looking for that stroke that will ignite the game of Magnolia.
Well, right now, the philosophy of San Miguel is kay Paul Lee. Take away his 3-point shot and let him attack the basket and finish against our big guys. Right now, si Paul Lee is in this series, 4 of 29 in 3-point area, no? And isa pa, he's not getting to the free throw line. In this entire series, he's only attempted 3 times from the free throw line. So, I mean, right now for Paul Lee, he needs to be more aggressive, not only looking for his 3-point shot, but he's also attacking the basket.
Okay, now let's go through Quinito's team's list for this game.
Well, unang-una yung Magnolia, and the first priority is wag mawala si Aldrich Ramos. Mr. Stretch has to be there for Magnolia, hitting the outside shot, providing some difficult defense against Junmar Fajardo. Pangalawa, bawal ang mapagod. They need to be able to step up the pace and force San Miguel into an up-and-down game. Pangatlo, magsugal sila sa big lineup in a zone. I think this is a strategy that nagawa nila sa game number 4 and almost won a game for Magnolia. At ang San Miguel naman, ang ating team's list, tanggalin nila si Paul Lee sa equation. Make him a passer, not a scorer. Create chances for free throws. And then of course, dapat handa sila tumanggap sa kickouts galing kay Junmar off the double team.
Underway here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Simula na ang labanan ng tunay na lakas. Of course, I'm kidding, Richard. We'll talk to him more, not just about free throws, but everything else, of course.
Okay.
Pero we needed an expert in free throws.
You know, talking about free throws, that has been a big barometer, no, sa series na to. Because somehow, Magnolia not able to get to the free throw line as much as San Miguel.
In the meantime, the first foray of Cabagnot does not work. And look at Barocas speeding quickly. Chris Ross steps into the pass. Ross to Arwin on the side. Shoots high. Gets it.
Ano yung importante dito for San Miguel is really get off to a good start. Ang gusto nila is to break the spirit of Magnolia. You know, right now they're down in the series, and if you can get them down early in this game, much better para dito sa San Miguel.
Richard,
Go ahead, Timito.
pag-usapan natin yung turnovers. So, yung Magnolia averaging 17.8 turnovers in the finals against 15.6 turnovers in the eliminations. Patakita natin, very early turnover because Magnolia wants to play with pace. Ano sa tingin mo ang dapat nilang gawin?
You know, you have to be quick but don't be in a hurry. Kasi nga, yeah, whenever you play San Miguel, and of course, Junmar, sasabihin sa inyo, you have to outrun Junmar down the floor. But right now, Junmar is in the best shape of his career, I feel. Kasi nga, nakakalaro siya, nakakatakbo na siya up and down the floor.
Let me just say that this deal was brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding. Ikaw ang bida. Kailangan basahin ko lahat siya kung hindi wala tayong talent. Wala tayong talent.
Sige lang, basa ka lang ng basa.
Yun ang trabaho ko dito.
Offensive foul number 29, Arvin Santos. That's his
In the
first.
meantime, Moneyball question kagad. Dribblers, open your Moneyball app at baka manalo kayo ng 3,000 pesos sa ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball question. Pang ilang sunod na Philippine Cup Best Player of the Conference Award na napanalunan ni Junmar Fajardo ng San Miguel ngayon Conference. Pang-apat, pang-lima, pang-anim. Ian Sanggalang, taking care of business. But Richard, I wanted to ask you, pinakamahirap sa lahat for the teams that are ahead, 3-1, 3-2. Your team, never was ahead in the series against Mirado. Ang hirap mag-close out.
Oh yes, yan talaga pinakamahirap because yung focus ng opposing team that you're trying to close out, talagang very strict sila sa kanilang gagawin because there's a little margin for error. And you know, they're going to come out with a lot of intensity. Ito, aggressive. Ganito, yan na naman, turnover.
Exactly.
Nangyari dito sa Magnolia.
Yung Magnolia, yan ang favorite play nila. They run ball screens para kay Paul Lee. And napapasa na San Miguel kung saan nagagaling yung ball screen. Here's Paul Lee. He needs to get a chance to fall. That's it.
And the first conversion by Paul Lee makes it a 5-2 first quarter.
Good sign there for Magnolia from Paul Lee hitting his first three-point basket.
Nabanggit mo, Richard, about the three-point shooting ni Paul Lee. No? Again, I crunched out the numbers dito sa ating finals. He's shooting only 13.8% from three-point distance against 44.9% sa elimination.
That's correct.
Ang laki ng binaba. What's going on?
Well, right now, no, kasi si Paul Lee, sometimes he's the focal point nung ka-atake nito. As you see, a good move there by Ian Sanggalang. And right now, si Baroka should be able to penetrate and find Paul Lee open the corner for that open three.
And in the meantime, we have the first time of this match called at the 8:53 mark with Magnolia ahead 7-2. The smart move brought to you by Smart Be There like never before. While you were away, there was an exchange of baskets from De La Rosa, had one, and then Marshall Lassiter had one on the return play. Here's Paul Lee from three. Yes!
Paul Lee, three!
And that's in transition, you know, and that's where Paul Lee is really dangerous, no? Because yung defense hindi pa settled, no? They have to locate yung mga open men, and that's the best look that Paul Lee can get.
Last time out si Paul Lee, 9 points. Game number 4. Ngayon, meron na siyang 6. Here's an offensive foul against San Miguel. Pero na ako nagpapalita sa ating viewers, Coach Richard at kay Sev. Kausap ko just a while back ang technical director ng PBA, si Eric Castro, and he said they are experimenting on a new innovation just for this game. They have 2 referees on each side underneath both baskets to confirm calls, either for fouls or for sideline situations, last touch situations. So they would have those 2 coaches, 2 referees under both baskets to be able to confirm yung, especially yung mga fouls, whether deliberate or not. So the reaction time will be less with confirmation coming from those 2 referees.
As we continue with the action, Paul Lee picking up and scoring again from the corner. Another 3, Richard.
Ito na nga yung pinakihintay ng Magnolia. Pamansang manok fans, no? Paul Lee explosion, and what a time for it to come. Right now, Magnolia, and it's a great start.
Tatlo lang 3-point shots si Paulie.
Butin lang, sinabi mo, two referees. Kung two coaches sa ilalim, masakit sa ulo yun.
Backing violation.
Well, also, yung sa ating Dean's List sa San Miguel, unang-unang priority natin, tanggalin si Paulie sa equation.
Okay.
Hindi nangyayari yun.
Yeah, Pay Maya Play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute, just download the Pay Maya app. Very good start indeed, as you mentioned, Richard, by Magnolia. And Paulie seems like he wants more. Baroka, shot clock at 14. Baroka brings it down the middle. Too strong. Chris Ross and a foul by Baroka.
Ito rin si Mark Baroka. He's another guy na hindi masyado nakakatira sa free throw line dito sa series na to. Right now, 3 out of 5 lamang in the entire series. 5 attempts lamang para kay Mark Baroka.
Let's send it to Selena.
Yes, nang nakausap ko si Coach Leo, he points out that so many people say na napakalakas daw ng koponan niya. Super team kumbaga, but he wants to highlight na if you look at the lineup of both teams, they are equally talented. Lamang daw siguro nila is their pride. You hope it's this pride that will carry them through another championship. Kasi madalas daw naririnig niya from his players, lalo na from Arwin Santos. Corona natin to, huwag natin basta-basta ibibigay, gentlemen.
Yes, exactly the thinking you should have as Arwin Santos. That's on the inside.
Napaka-humble talaga ni Coach Leo, no?
Oh.
Pero may Junmar Fajardo eh.
What a 4-point swing kanina. Si Rafi Rivas had an open layup na wala sa kanya yung bola in mid-air. Tapos naka-score on a fast break situation ang San Miguel.
Right now, San Miguel is trying to turn up the energy level dahil dito kain. At kakaroon na ng confidence itong Magnolia. Good cut there by Chris Ross.
The majority of the series, San Miguel has led. Napapagod itong Magnolia, kaka-play ng catch-up actually.
That's correct.
At pag mo, alala mo kinito, yung sustainability nung game 2 nung nag-cover tayo nun.
Yes. But you know, in a game 5, you would expect San Miguel to play heavy minutes with the starters. I mean, winning time na to, championship on the line.
Huwag na natin patagalin attitude. No?
And look at that, Junmar Fajardo almost finishing that fast break para sa San Miguel. I was telling you, he's in the best shape of his life and running up and down the floor.
Exactly. This drive brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding. Ikaw ang bida. 5:17 to go.
Well, gentlemen, nakita natin kanina si Junmar Fajardo drawing the defense towards him, and when he was straddling the free throw line, it opens up a lot of space for any of his teammates to come from underneath. Kanya naharap niya si Christos sa ilalim eh.
In the meantime, Lassiter, it scoops out. Ang nagagawa ng San Miguel, they hit hard when it matters the most. Yes, De La Rosa gets it down, says, couldn't make that curl. Parang wrong foot ang feeling niya. In the meantime, Halal on top of the keyhole. Shot clock down to 8. Sanggalang. Here's De La Rosa. Shot clock down to 5. Somebody better put up a shot. Sanggalang down. Gets it.
Good patience para sa Magnolia that time, no? And getting Sanggalang open in that short corner.
Kala ko maubos yung shot clock dun eh. Kapit na kapit yung depensa ng San Miguel dun eh. In the meantime, Kabagnot fires a long one. No rebound, Rivas. Here's Halala.
Good seal by Ro.
Tight yung pasa. Sayang.
Oo, yun yung mga opportunities na hindi pwedeng sayangin ito Magnolia. Ro with a good seal there inside the paint.
At kanina nakita natin, nag-pin distance si Rafi Rivas, wide open layup. So you're so right, Richard, no, because you're playing against the league's #1 team, San Miguel, cannot afford to have those easy chances miss.
Yes, that's right.
Pag binilang mo yan, pag kinagsama-sama mo yan, musiksisig eh. Smart assist, hatid sa inyo ng Smart. Be there like never before.
Ito, pumasok rin si Aldrich Ramos. Pinag-uusapan rin natin yan kinito. No? Si Aldrich really needs to step up his production. Because he's one of the guys that can really give them matchup problems.
Biglang nasabak siya doon sa role na kailan malaking laro niya.
Oo.
Sanggalang. Saka ibang-ibang team na ito from the time you guys coached them 4 years ago.
Yes.
This is a totally different team.
Definitely. No? Even the personnel, iba na rin konti na rin natitira in that team.
In the meantime, we have a second time out here, a full version, 17-8, Magnolia in the lead. We will be back very quickly. And you're back with us here. This is the player matchup brought to you by Maxis. Order and pay online at www.maxischicken.com. We are sizing up these two guys.
When you take a look at Maroca's numbers and Alex Cabagnot's numbers, I mean, very impressive both ends of the floor.
So far, we have had a good start by Magnolia, anchored on Paul Lee's 3 triples. Ganuelas Rosser, guilty of a loose ball foul, his first.
I like the aggressiveness here by Ron De La Rosa. Really sealing inside in offense and going for those offensive rebounds. Pero ngayon, mukhang napagod at sila
Playing a little big now on Magnolia. And in this setup, you still have Aldrich Ramos playing the 4th position. But with Gamalinda there, he can now alternate with him, either go 3 or 4, depending on what situation opens up for him from 3-point distance.
That's right. Pero importante mabigyan ng touches to si Aldrich Ramos.
Yes.
On those penetrations ni Mark Baroca, Aldrich is extending outside and they need to find him once in a while.
In the meantime, Junmar scores!
First 2 points to Junmar Fajardo.
Gamalinda is surrounded and managed to call a timeout in front of the San Miguel bench. Check out first this Cobra power move on the quarter. Tunay na lakas mo, batid sa inyo ng Cobra energy drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo. We hang on, it's a 30-second timeout.
Doon natin nakita yung unselfishness ng San Miguel. They really look out for, number 1, their big man for the high percentage shot. Arwin Santos could have actually gone straight to the cup and go for the layup. Hinahanap niya kung sino yung mas libre sa kanya.
And there's that unwritten rule sa mga players, feed your big man. Keep your big man
Especially
happy.
when they're running down the floor.
Kasi Junmar, pag tumakbo, parang eternal state of slow motion.
You know, napansin ko kay Junmar, no? Ever since that Gilas played Australia, talagang bumili siya. He was able to keep up with the big guys of Australia up and down the floor. You know, and it really served him well. At ngayon, you know, hindi na siya last guy on, down on defense.
Actually, malaki nga transformation ni Junmar, no? As he matures in his game, you see a great progress in his development.
That's a good penetration para dito kay Gio Halalon. Really, you have to really challenge the big guys of San Miguel. Don't settle for pull-up jumpers all the time.
Tsaka Coach Chard, nakikita natin, very aggressive
Yes.
on Magnolia.
Oh yes, of course. Do or die na talaga.
And they're also looking to challenge the big guys, as you were saying. They also don't mind. If they can get the contact, they can go to the line. Okay lang yun eh.
Sandali ha. May kailangan kong sabihin yung sagot doon sa Moneyball Lancet kasi may nag-aantay. Ang sagot doon, number 2, panlima. Samantala, 19-10 ang score natin. Bilis ng laro. Kaninong pabor ang pace pag ganyan?
Yung iba talaga yung ang gusto ng pace ng dalawang to. Magnolia, they want to up and down, you know, the fast-paced game. Ito namang San Miguel, because their team of execution, they need the ball in the hands of Junmar. That's why kailangan magalan. Those turnovers are very costly para dito sa Magnolia.
Samantala, isang Paymaya play at sa inyo ng Paymaya, ang official payment partner ng PBA. Get an account in a minute, just download the Paymaya app. Naku, pag in-add together mo yan.
Yes, especially. Ito na ngayon, nagkakaroon na ng rhythm ulit ang San Miguel.
Oo, magandang punto
At
yun.
yung sinabi natin kanina, Magnolia is averaging close to 18 turnovers a game in the finals. Ito yung 3-point shot galing kay the Spider-Man.
Kanina, biggest lead na 11 at 15-4 kanina.
Ayun yung recognition nila. They know that Junmar down the floor. And they posted up itong si Chris Ross. It's si Chris Ross na nag-breakdown sa defense dito ng Magnolia.
Pascual, by the way, has been brought into the game. So, nagpe-play ng big itong Magnolia.
You know, they just, San Miguel, they're looking at matchups at where they feel they have an advantage. Dito ngayon, sa switch na to, they feel that they have that advantage. Last year against dito nga kay Gamalinda.
Switch on, switch off. Switch on, switch off. Pag gusto na nga San Miguel, when they need to switch it on, they'll switch it on. And we have a timeout at 19-7 Magnolia, just barely up now. Teka, naguguluhan ako nun si Alfrancis Chuan. Nandito, kwento na kwento. Parang apat ang panelist dito eh. Pero sama ka na, bigyan kitang headset. O ito muna, isang mega league move of the game. Hatid sa inyo ng Davis. Give me 500. Davis mega grill, 500 white, maputi, makatawan at hindi Ako yung ganda ng kwento niya eh. Nag-aayos pa lang daw ng kurbata si Tinto, sorry. Eh, nakahabol na ito San Miguel. Ganun kabilis.
Oo nga eh. Sabi ko nga, wag na mag-ayos ng korbata eh.
Ito naman nakita natin yung bench scoring ng San Miguel in game number 3, exploding for 33 points. But in game number 4, only 6 points. They won that game by only 4 points, yung game 4. But in game number 3, nung pumutok yung bench ng San Miguel, ang agwat was 14 points.
Alam ko na, tinatanong sa'yo ni Team Cone. Ayos ba yung kurbata ko? Sumasagot ka naman.
So there, I want to make a correction. Sa game number 3, ang agwat was 24 points. Hindi pala 14.
Plastic. Palalon! Naku. Habol! Labas ang bola. Ganon kalakas itong San Miguel. Ano? Pag gusto nilang to turn ito, ano? Talagang upakan ka na. Now we also have Isminas on the floor already for the Beermen. Earlier, it was an 11-point lead. Ramos just a tad offline. No basket, no basket. May smile. May
This will
foul.
foul on number 14, Magnolia, his second personal.
Nangkawak yata sa ilalim si Baroka.
You know, biggest lead ng Magnolia dito sa first quarter is 11 points. And right now, under minute left, may chance pa itong San Miguel na lumamang
Bago matapos
bago
ng quarter.
matapos ng quarter.
But at the same time, this is more to the liking of Magnolia because low scoring. Neither team
totoo
has
yan.
scored even 20 points so far.
Pag sinasabi mo yan, kumita kung minsan papasok 20.
Yun.
Pero ito, 19 pa lang.
Tumabla tuloy. But last say dito, ang Magnolia.
Palalon searching for a open man. Here's Gamalinda, baseline drive, big drive, but big man will yes, they will have it. Open na open yung baseline.
Oo, maganda. Si Gamalinda has that range. Pero maganda doon, he did not settle for that. And he took it strong to the basket. Ngayon, meron pa siyang bonus free throw.
And this is a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya
Check
app.
yung sinabi ko kanina about the last possession. Actually, San Miguel played for a 2-for-1 because now they can get the last possession pagkatapos itong possession ng Magnolia.
Free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. The first quarter just about ready to drop its curtains here. San Miguel with the last say here. Coming up. Lassiter being provided a screen. Can't shoot. That's so now. Just short. Well, this lead shattered a bit here because it was an 11-point lead earlier. Paul Lee did his damage, and he was definitely a presence because we had anticipated that he would be looking for his shot. Good production line.
Yeah, 8 minutes, 3 of 3 sa 3-point line, and exactly what Magnolia needs in this game number 5. And right now, you know, even if they got that early lead, right now the goal is to finish the quarter with a lead, and that's what they have right now.
Second quarter is underway, and we're here together with Dean Quinito Hanson, Richard Del Rosario, Selena Dagdag, completing our team. Our first quarter ended Magnolia up by 2, 21-19. They led by as much as 11. There's a whistle. Is it a 3-second violation? Yes, it is. And this second quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka.
Well, not a good way to start. Quinito with a turnover.
And
No?
Alden Ramos being called for a 3-second violation. Ito yung punto sinasabi ko kanina, Coach Richard, no? That si Alden Ramos is really more known as a stretch 4, maybe even a 3 player who can play the wing. But now is being forced because of the situation, the predicament situation of Magnolia, playing outside of his normal position.
He's not getting his rhythm, no? Right now. Kanina, when he got caught in that in the shaded lane, usually siya yung nag-extend nga dun sa weak side ng mga ng defense, no? And you know, for kickouts. And right now, si Aldrich still trying to find his rhythm.
Siya yung nawawala, no?
Yes.
Sa bagong rotation ng Magnolia. Now, if Mark Pingris were playing, then Aldrich Ramos will be more comfortable playing that 3 position where he can get shot.
Say a post threat, and that was a good weak side cut para dito kay Brondial.
And Brondial has now made it 23-19. There was a turnover by San Miguel. Leo Austria was yelling at Brian Eruela. He was the point guard, but he was so already down deep on the offensive side of the floor. In the meantime, June Martin curls, is fouled, will go shoot free throws.
You know, that's the Cardinals sin. If you lose contact dito kay Junmar, he's such a smart player na talagang he will occupy that space inside the paint. And whenever Junmar gets that ball in the low post, breakdown na kagad yun eh. Kasi you need two guys to guard him because one guy cannot guard him.
This free
Especially
throw,
if he's that close to the basket.
Yes.
exactly, free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
By the way, sa first quarter ng San Miguel, hindi sila tumira from the free throw line. And in the finals, ang San Miguel is averaging 21.25 free throw attempts a game compared to Magnolia's, yes, 13.25 free throw attempts only a game in the finals. Alaki ng agwat.
Kasi yung mga taong may hawak ng bola, which is mostly the guards of Magnolia, hindi nga sila nakakapunta sa free throw line. Si Paul Lee only has 3 attempts. Si Baroka only has 5 attempts in the entire series. You know, itong San Miguel, you know, they're taking away that aspect of the game para dito sa guards ng Magnolia.
In the meantime, dribblers, open your Moneyball app at baka manalo kayo ng 3,000 pesos. Ito ang ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball question. Sino ang best player of the game sa nag-iisang panalo ng Magnolia so far sa PBA Finals na to? Mark Baroka, Paulie, o si Ian Sanggalang? Wow, ang layo na nun. Game 1 pa yun, eh. 2-point lead by Magnolia. Kay June Mar ang punta. Double team on. Eruela, back to his foul. Fajardo, they're playing the two-man game at the top of the key. Dribble, drive. No, it's offline. Bible, up, 24-second shot clock violation.
24-second shot clock violation.
A good defense that time by San Miguel Beer. Si Brondial, now the primary defender on Junmar Fajardo, allowing Ian Sanggalan now to defend Gabi Espinas.
It's simple, ano? Ang hirap bantayan ni Junmar. It's really simple, eh. Diba, magaling na, malaki.
Hindi lang yun, marunong din pumasa.
No, isa pa yun.
Kasi nga, mauntak.
Diba? Tapos, sabi mo nga, nag-improve pa yung resistensya nung sa Gilas after that game sa Australia.
Because every game, all the teams that play him would have to double team one way or another. So kung araw-araw niya, gabi-gabi niya nakikita na may double, talagang gagaling siya dyan. Because that's what he sees every time.
Yeah. Now, Coach Richard, parang zone defense ang nilalaro ngayon ng Magnolia.
Well, whenever Junmar gets the ball in the post, yes, they're zoning up.
They sit down on that zone defense.
Oh, foul! May kasama basket! Madalas sinasabi namin ni Mago, basket, may kasama pang foul. Ito, baliktad. Nauna yung foul, tapos basket. Pay Maya play, brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute, just download the Pay Maya app.
Well, gentlemen, si Gamalita, hindi naglaro yan in the first 2 games of the finals. But in game number 3, played only in the 4th quarter, finished with 6 points. So now, being given some minutes here by Coach Chito Victolero. Mas si Gamalita, nakaka-anim na dito.
In the meantime, 27-21, 9:23 to go. Second period of game number 5 from here at the Mall of Asia Arena. From the free throw line, no. Pabor nga pala sa inyong dalawa itong venue na to, no? Nice touch passing by the guard!
They had the numbers that time, itong Magnolia, and good extra passing. I think that's what they need to do also. They're averaging about 18 assists a game here in this series, but they need to bring that up to about 20, 26, 28 per game and really try to make the defense of San Miguel work.
Pero ito yung quick backcourt ng Magnolia. Gio Halalan at si Mark Baroka. Small, but terrible and very quick.
Eruela from afar, no? I mentioned that thing about Quinito and Richard. They are, of course, banda rito sa South nakatira. Baroka fires. Knocks it down! It's a 3!
Great response para dito sa Magnolia. Umabol itong San Miguel, they did not panic, and right now they have a comfortable lead once again.
And which re-established at 11. Before we go into this commercial break, fast break brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding. Ikaw ang bida back in your game very quickly. Nagpapatuloy ang second quarter. The Magnolia Hotchets managing to resurrect what was once an 11-point lead in the first quarter. Turnaround shot by Jumar.
Well, Coach Leo now inserting all of his starters. You know, maganda ginawa dito ng Magnolia. Hindi sila nasaktan from the players coming off the bench of San Miguel, forcing itong San Miguel to bring back the starting unit.
That pass too tight. On the cut, on the move, Rivas unable to secure the pass. Great drive.
Yung sinasabi natin, kapag Magnolia is known for his three-point shot, but he saw an opening in a driving lane that was created by Jumar Fajardo sealing inside.
I thought Junmar Fajardo, the way he shot that first field goal kanina, no? Before Alex Cabagnon's shot, I thought that clearly showed how matured and how good a player he is. Because Magnolia played excellent defense for about 23 seconds and then he made that big turnaround jump shot.
Hindi laki.
Ibang klase.
Hindi laki.
Yeah.
Utak eh. Galing eh. Di ba?
Now, the one thing also that's keeping Magnolia in the driver's seat, as you see, another shot fall in from Junmar Fajardo, is the three-point shooting. Nakakalimang three-point shots na ang Magnolia, iisa lamang ang San Miguel. And San Miguel is averaging close to 11 three-point connections a game in the finals.
6-0 run all of a sudden by the Beermen. We have another timeout. We will be right back. Switch on, switch off. Ayan naman San Miguel. 6 points kagad ang tinigada right after a timeout. In the meantime, here's Paulie back in harness, and they surround him. Take the ball away. Lassiter, no. Lead pass, De La Rosa set up. Nice swing. I thought Mark would go all the way inside, but he did not. 6:26 to go here in the second quarter. De La Rosa does not like the inside. Rolls it down. Top shot. There's a foul.
Well, they went to that mismatch because they found Lassiter guarding itong si Sanggalan. That's why itong si Maroka, instead of using a ball screen, pinuntahan nila si Sanggalan sa poste.
Steal brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified. Sa bidding, ikaw ang bida.
A good decision on the part of Baroka. But Coach Richard, that's a situation where you read kung anong binibigay ng depensa sa'yo.
That's right.
And if you see that that defense is a mismatch, that's where you go.
And that's a pair of free throws brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. Wow! Recycled offense! Bang!
Yan ang pinakamasakit. No? That's yung coaches dyan galit na galit. No? Offensive rebounds usually results in a three-point basket.
Madalas, ano?
No.
Kasi bumababa.
Kasi lahat pumapasok to get that rebound.
Lahat bababa ang energy ng lahat.
Yan ang malaking bagay, yung three-point shooting, no? Ang Magnolia, nakaka-anim na ang kanilang three-point shots.
Nilinisan ni Junmar yung naiwang kalat ni Ross. Hindi pasok yung almost a gimme layup. In the meantime, it is 36-29. Sanggalang shopping around. Here's Rivas popping, getting it to
That was a reversal of roles there. Itong si Paul Lee was the one setting a screen para dito kay Rafi Rivas.
But good balance now sa offense ng Magnolia. Got 4 players already scoring. But San Miguel, tatalawa na nakaka-score dito. Make that 3.
Irony ng buhay, no? Hindi makuha yung layup, tirahan ko kayo sa labas. 5 points by Ross. Here's Paul Lee. Here's Baroka. 5 minutes and 10 remaining. Second quarter. Baroka open, same spot. Not this time. Tip in, Rivas.
Good activity there para dito kay Rafi Rivas. May cross matchup side dito. Rafi's guarding itong si Chris Ross. But on the other end, itong si Junmar's guarding Rafi Rivas. Somebody has to take advantage of those matchups. Itong Magnolia, whenever itong si Rafi sprints down the floor and si Ross bumabantay sa kanya, they gotta find him early in their offense for him to be effective.
Here's the matchup of this series. Fajardo and Sanggalang, the pass, lost, recovered, lost! Taken away by Baroka. It's a 3-on-1. Behind the back pass. Inside. There's a block. The block.
But you see the intimidation na binibigay nito si Arwin, no? Lahat ng gwadya, tatlo sila. But the problem there, masikip eh. Wala masyadong spacing. Kaya nabantayan ni Arwin yung tatlo.
In the meantime, a high sa Tibay rebound brought to you by Eagle Cement. High sa Tibay.
At yung intimidation factor, nakita natin, no? Yung San Miguel, equalizing the numbers game. Kanina, in that transition attack, Magnolia had the numbers advantage. But because of the intimidation, nakahabol yung ibang defenders ng San Miguel.
Exactly. Selena, what do you have?
Yes, kwento ni Jumar, college na daw siya nang natuto talaga siya mag-basketball. Kaya sino na ba naman daw mag-aakala na makakarating siya dito? After winning his 6 BPC, biro ni Jumar na magse-celebrate daw siya at magpapakain. Pero hindi niya daw ililibre ang kupunan niya kasi madami na daw pera ang mga ito. I-reserve niya na lang daw para ilibre ang mga kapitbahay niya at pamilya niya sa probinsya. Gentlemen?
Aba, dapat pati kami
Bakit,
kasama
bakit,
niya.
bakit? At dito
Kasi
kami ha.
yung ibang bonus niya sa amin galing. Nung tinalo kami.
Sabi ka na nga ba, nung pupunta yun.
Dapat pati naman kami bigyan.
Alam mo,
Masalamat siya, no?
alam mo minsan, as we see this drive succeed, nakita ko sa mall niya, kasama niya yung pamilya niya. Yung pamilya niya, lahat ng supot, mga tigliliman supot yata na laki. And Junmar was smiling all around. Paulie being surrounded here. Up, 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 up.
Well, that's been going on all series long.
Foul number 6, Chris Ross.
Si Chris Ross kay Paulie. Pero alam mo, mahihirapan talaga si Paulie if he chooses to attack on ball screens because they're trapping him every single time.
Yes,
Mas maganda yung ibang gwadyang umatake and try to let Paulie's man help and then that would free up itong si Paulie.
Parang yung first place kanina,
Yes.
yung opening quarter. Oh! You were saying?
That's right. Tama si Paulie.
Pang-apat na yun.
Yes, yun yung range na kilala natin dito kay Paulie.
Kanina meron siya sa fast break, ano? Yung sabi mo nga, on the break niya titira ko minsan yan. Eto si Kabagnot, sumalaksak. He was angled away. Here come the hot shots. Running, Halalon. Sanggalang, downstairs. Nice fake. Hinabol ni Armin. Hindi nabutan. And the hot shots have their another 11-point lead or 13-point lead, the biggest of the game so far. 3:22 to go, 30-second timeout ang hiningin.
Wala na nga sigurong mas kinababaliwan sa pambansang libangan.
Tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball question ay number 3, si Ian Sanggalang yung best player nung game 1 ng series na to kung saan humabol ang Magnolia sa 20-point lead ng San Miguel Beer.
Yung maganda rin nangyari dito sa Magnolia is that they're helping each other out.
Yeah.
You've got 7 players now who have scored in this quarter against only 4 for San Miguel Beer. So mas maganda ang balance ngayon ng Magnolia and it's keeping the defense ng San Miguel guessing sino ba ang titira sa kanila.
There's a long pitch over to Ross. Here comes Lassie. They're driving hard, twisting the ball a bit. Pectos did not work. It'll go the other way.
And that always happens after every timeout para dito sa San Miguel when they're falling behind. They need to get touches para dito kay Jumar. Because as I mentioned, once Jumar gets the ball in the post, that's already a breakdown on defense because you have 2 or 3 guys trying to guard Jumar already. And that's going to free up somebody else para dito sa San Miguel.
Paulie tries to attack. The ball is tapped away from his hands. Always 100 million defensive hands slapping him every time he attacks the basket. Here's the open Ross. Fires. There's a crowd underneath. Arwin tries to get it, but Paulie a bit quicker there. Nice cut. De La Rosa twisteroo. Oh, I thought he had it.
But right now, ito Magnolia's controlling the tempo of this ball game. Now, every single
Clearly
time,
so.
they have the numbers and they're very efficient in their fast break attempts.
And we're at the free throw line for the hot shots. This free throw brought to you by Smart Be there like never before.
Well, also San Miguel has been held to just 15 points so far in this quarter. And we've got 2:25 to go. So yung depensa ng Magnolia holding up here in keeping San Miguel from scoring beyond 20 points in a quarter.
So maganda dito para sa Magnolia. They're going to the free throw line in this game.
Yeah,
Unlike,
banggit mo yun
Yes.
kanina.
unlike in this sa series. No?
Ilan
Hindi sila
sabi mo?
masyado
13 lang,
throw.
sabi mo?
Yes.
On the average,
nila,
ano?
13.25 free throw attempts. At tama-tama yung pagdating dito ni Coach Richard.
Ay, oo.
Because ang pag-uusapan natin, free throws,
Ganun ba?
yan ang kanyang
Yan ang
forte.
sinabi. Yan naman ang sinabi ko
Yun.
kanina. Di
Baka
ba?
naman bumili pa kayong t-shirt, nakakahiya naman.
Ipamigay mo naman. Ito ang biggest lead ng Hot Shots 15 ito. Sandali. Sabi ng mga referee. May loose ball foul.
Number 13, Marshall Lassiter.
Lassiter ang pinaratangan ng foul. Pangalawang foul ni Lassiter, the 2:06 mark.
Kaya natin sinasabi rin, no, it's really hard to close out teams, you know, in a series dahil nga nakikita natin ngayon yung aggressiveness nitong Magnolia. Right now, you know, they're quicker to the ball, they're diving for loose balls, yung mga 50-50 balls nakukuha nila, they're running the break. And if you have a 3-1 lead in a series, it's human nature na medyo, you know, you're thinking already about celebrating a championship.
Which exactly what San Miguel did against Alaska about 2 years ago. As you take a look at this, yun ang problema namin, hindi maka-adjust now, hard time playing defense, you know, hard for the coaches also to frame the games as well.
That's right.
The 2 missed free throws there by Rafi Rivas.
Oo.
And by the way, napapansin natin, no, yung domination ng Magnolia sa rebounding, and it's 21-16 at advantage ng the Hot Shots in the rebounding department.
Arwin uses the glass.
Well, they're putting a small guy dito kay Arwin Santos. Para sa ball screens, makaswitch sila sa Guadra. It's going to be a small guy guarding a guard pa rin. And right now, they would rather probably have Arwin post up instead of Junmar.
Tough shot, and it is swatted away. Copico block, solid.
Oh, there's
It looks like a second motion. I think that might have been a signal for a technical. Nagkiskisan sina Arwin at saka si Ron De La Rosa.
ito, makikita natin dito.
Ito muna yung block, ha? Hatid sa inyo ng Copico block. Sarap na boom! Kasi
Technical foul
Copico block.
on Arvin Santos for second motion.
Ayun,
Yeah.
binalikan pa niya. Tinunggu pa niya. Oh.
Diniin niya yung kanyang balikat.
At nakita siguro yung dalawang referee na sinasabi mo.
No,
yung adjustment ng officials.
Oo. They're there to confirm the kind of fouls. They're not there to confirm or to give their side on whether last touch kung sino ano. It's really just the fouls because they want to stop or cut down
running
yung,
to the videotape.
yeah, running to the video machine. So they want to be able to get quick confirmation
By
on
the way,
whether foul is deliberate or flagrant.
Nahalata yung edad ko, wala na pala videotape. Wala na. Wala na. Digital na, no? Kakantsawan na naman tayo ni Commissioner Willie Marshall dito, eh. Libre si Lee. Libre si Rivas. Short.
And Junmar's ahead.
Nako yung sundot. Nako yung sundot. Ay! Up, 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 up! Up! Ito, simpleng hatawan.
Chris Ross at saka si Paul Lee. Kanina pa natin nakikita yan.
Cooler heads trying to intervene here. It's happening in front of the bench of the Magnolia Hot Shots.
Second team foul for the Magnolia Hot Shots.
Let's see.
Panuulin natin kung ano nangyari.
Sundot. Yun, humabol si Paulie, eh. Nagirian pa, eh, no? Pumito na, eh, actually, eh.
So may second motion yun. Ito, take it from another angle.
Wala. It's si Paul Lee ngayon and Arwin. Paul Lee is really playing really well in this game, you know. And right now they don't need Paul Lee, you know, yung
Falling into that trap,
yes.
eh. Diba?
Now he's being bothered by the defense ng San Miguel, which is very physical. Pero you're so right, Coach Richard and Seth, the Paul Lee, he's playing one of his best games so far in the finals with 12 points, all from 3-point distance. So he's gotta stay in the game.
And plus naman kayo, eh. It will break your momentum.
Yan. Mga importante punto yan.
Biggest lead of the game, Magnolia, 15 points.
Technical foul on Paul Lee during that ball situation.
Because on the other end, na-technical na si Arwin kanina, di ba? Sa second motion rin.
Yes.
And then they had a free throw. Ngayon, nabawi lang. So nawala na naman yung
Kasi
advantage.
pumito na yung referee doon sa foul, eh, ni Paulie. Tapos nagkaroon pa ng girian. So technical, and that free throw drilled in by Arwin Santos.
And don't look now, si Arwin Santos naka 10 points na rito.
Before you know it, he's hitting you hard.
Yeah.
Before you know it.
Fajardo also with 10 points in this game.
In the meantime, the emotional level of this game increasing several notches in just the last 30 seconds. Here's Lassiter zigzagging through traffic. And Junmar has no angle. Junmar reclaims it. He is denied. Copico block.
Good collapsing defense there para dito sa Magnolia.
And the block brought to you by Copico Black. Sarap ng boom! Gising, Copico Black. Uminom ako ng 5 yan kanina eh.
Ah, ganun ba?
Oo. Hindi ka na makatulog doon. Ano? Nice pass downstairs. Ilabas. Sanggalang. Arwin not biting quickly. Shot clock down to 4. Sanggalang. Off to Rivas. Goes up. May foul.
You know, right now, yung ginagawa ngayon ng Magnolia, they're making the extra pass. Later, siguro makikita natin kung ilang assist na dito ng Magnolia.
And they're getting to go to the free throw line because they're also pretty close to the basket when they can't get anything from Paul Lee.
Ang maganda dyan yung extra pass nila, nasa loob eh. So they're not necessarily looking out for the three-point shooters. Although marami na sila three-point connections, but they're looking to challenge the interior para mabigyan ng pressure si Junmar Fajardo sa ilalim.
Tunay na lakas mo, batid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo.
Kasi if you look at the stats, minention na kanina, they really don't go to the free throw line. So ano yung sasabihin ng coaching staff nila? We have to attack inside. You know, get the Magnolia into foul trouble, you know, get to the free throw line. Those are the easiest baskets that you can get against San Miguel.
To give them
Free throws.
and give them a headache, the number of fouls that they have also. As Junmar tries to take over the inside, swatted with that Copico block.
That's a second straight block on Junmar Fajardo.
Penalty na to San Miguel, and another foul.
They're getting him from the blind side actually.
Number 13,
Lassiter has to watch it. He might get the technical here for complaining.
Here's a block brought to you by Copico Black. Sarap na boom, gising Copico Black. And Junmar walking very slowly to the other side. Medyo shackled siya ng last 2 free throws. Halalo will shoot free throws. First one drops in. You know, we had mentioned earlier that it's a hard job for the coaches also to frame the games. And, you know, they said, well, we have to forget about that loss in the previous game. We just have to come and appear. Might as well. We will play Game 5.
That's
Yung
correct.
talo na kami.
Kasi kahit gano'n mo pa isipin yun, kahit 48 hours mo isipin yun, wala namang magbabago eh.
Exactly.
And by the way, this is the biggest lead now by Magnolia, 16 points.
Is it also the biggest lead in the series for them? I think it is.
Yes.
If they had the lead, this is the biggest. There were stretches where they would lead in the early goings but lose it. And that pumasok, aksidente. Takbo! Alalo. There's a second remaining!
Sayang, hindi na pinasa ahead. There's a guy ahead of him.
Kasi nakatingin siya doon sa relo eh. Tira ko na lang. Boy, a very emotional, dramatic, fiercely fought first half. Magnolia fighting for its life. Ahead, 53-37. This series continues just after halftime. Don't go too far away. Well, that's our score, 53-37. Kinito was telling me that biggest leads that Magnolia had in the first half were the biggest leads they've had. Previous to that, Kinito, you were saying it was 9 points.
Back in game number 4, ang biggest lead ng Magnolia in this series was 9 points. Ito, makikita po natin ang halftime stats natin and 3-point shooting. Magnolia with a big edge, 7 connections against 2 for San Miguel. Sa free throws, ganun din yung advantage ng Magnolia. Sa assists, +7 sila sa fast break points. That's +9. And sa San Miguel naman, you've got 2 players already in double figures. Si Junmar Fajardo at si Arwin Santos. And by the way, 4 players from San Miguel already have logged at least 20 minutes in this game. While ang Magnolia, isa lamang. So mas maganda ang distribution ng minuto sa Magnolia.
Sabay nyo nang himayin ito. Dean's list tayo, Kinito. Umpisahan mo sa Magnolia.
Well, for Magnolia, 2 check marks. Paula mapagod, and they've been doing a good job in running transition. 15-6 ang kanilang advantage sa fast break points. Sumugat sila sa big lineup in the zone. We've seen that happening. And yung wag mawawala si Ramos, that has been an X mark for them. Only 4 minutes ang nilaro ni Aldrich Ramos, has not scored a point. And for San Miguel, 3 X marks. Tanggalin nila sa Lee sa equation, and Lee already has 13 points in this game, including 4 3-pointers. Great chances for free throws. They're not getting to the line as often as they'd like to. At yung handang maka-allocate kung sino yung mga pupuntahan sa kickouts, that also hasn't happened because walang masyadong good looks in San Miguel from 3-point distance. They're 2 out of 12 from beyond the arc.
Okay, now the quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy. Drink may lamang ka. From the coach's standpoint, adjustments. Let's go to San Miguel, Richard.
Well, you know, it's just the energy level that they need to really pick up, no? Itong San Miguel. And of course, yung tempo. They need to control the tempo. First half was Magnolia's tempo. They were able to run. Nakita natin sa fast break points. You know, and they were able to penetrate. Nakakuha sila maraming mga free throws. You know, so it's just really discipline on the defensive end and try to slow the game down a bit para, you know, they can execute on their offense.
Well, Lee with a very graceful 3-point shot. That's a total, I think, of 5. Tama, Roy? 5 na? Okay. Pag napapansin sa stats, usually may explode it.
That's right.
And for Paul Lee, 16 points. That is his new high sa finals natin this season.
In the meantime, here's Kabagna trying to cut up the inside. The kick out, Arwin's favorites. Pop!
Arwin's on bonus 3!
And that's what I'm saying about breakdown. Breakdown doon, nanggaling yun dun sa post-touch kay Jumar Fajardo because, you know, every time, you know, he really gets the attention of the defense, and that freed up itong si Arwin Santos.
And Arwin is hitting 38.7% from distance, so he's developed that good outside shooting touch.
Ang paborito naman niya sa tres yung top of the key. Hindi naman tumitira ng tres sa iba-ibang lugar. Basta dito lang ako.
At saka naghahanap siya na kung sino makakapasa sa kanya na malilibre siya.
Nice drop. Junmar gets it to go.
That's good as good for Junior Fajardo. Pushing foul number
That's
10.
a penetration to the basket. That's what Alex Cabagnot is great at. Able to penetrate, you know, forcing the help of Junmar's man at least on Junmar.
And it's a smart move brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. And Fajardo is at the stripe.
Yan ang challenge naman sa Magnolia, no? You want to defend outside against an Arwin Santos. You also have to defend inside against a Judman Fajardo.
Leo Austria in a rare moment to sit down alongside his other coaches. Tingnan natin kung makahabol, sabi niya siguro. Maiba lang. De La Rosa gets it to crawl in.
De La Rosa!
And itong Magnolia is really doing a good job of finding an open man. They had 17 assists in the first half alone. They're averaging only 18 in the series.
First half pa lang yun, ano?
Oo.
And by the way, San Miguel limited to 37 points in one half. And that's more to the liking of Magnolia. Remember, in the eliminations, they held their opponents to an average of 84 a game. But sa finals, 98. Ang laki ng agwat.
Arwin, for me, walang pinuntangan. And the ball is lost completely. Leo Austria has the ball. He's begging for a foul. It won't change a thing. Pumupunta sa yung bola. Wala namang diferensya yun.
I think one of the unsung heroes ng Magnolia so far in this game, si Rafi Rivis. With his defense against Junmar.
May mga follow-up siya. May mga rebounds din siya. Ito, ayaw pumasok yung tira na yan. Si Ron De La Rosa mamatay-matay pag hindi pumapasok yung tira niya. Kasi almost nandun na eh. 58-43. Good twirl. Rivas, you were saying?
Yeah, he's been a big factor dito defensively. Si Rafi Rivis.
Tres, pag pumasok. Hindi. Arwin taps it to Cabagnot. 3-on-2. Ross attacks. Here's the trailer. Goodbye.
Oh, yung big guys naman ng Magnolia. Hindi bumaba sa depensa that time.
Walking line to San Miguel Beerman, Arwin Santos.
And it's 58-45 down to 13. Warning on the Beerman for a bit of a delay. Game number 5, series led currently by San Miguel 3-1. Win by the Beerman ends it. Rivas
That's big para dito sa Magnolia. If Rivas can hit those short jumpers, he has 7 points in the game. Kasi yung role ni Rivas sa depensa sa Magnolia, yun ang role ni Junmar. Si Rivas ang active helper para dito sa Magnolia. Si Junmar naman, because he's guarding Rivas, siya naman yung active helper.
And yung 7 points in it, that's a high for him in the finals in any game.
Junmar forced to kick it outside. Shot clock down to 6. That's a bit of too much wrestling by Sanggalang on Fajardo.
Holy foul on number 10.
In the meantime, we're checking on this fast break brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified submitting Ikaw ang Bida. Back to live action. Here's the pass of Ross. Knocked away, recovered at the baseline by Maroka.
Wala spacing that time to make a good pass for San Miguel.
Saka mababa masyado.
Yes.
No? Mahirap yung big man doon. Sanggalang's baseline attempt does not work.
Wide open for that shot. Huh? Probably should have used the glass, but
That won't work. Junmar is there. Goes up against 3. Ends up being ganged up upon. No whistle. Downstairs, De La Rosa aims. Got it!
From De La Rosa.
So efficiency nitong Magnolia pagdating sa kanilang fast breaks, very high at this point. 12 points already para dito kay Rob De La Rosa.
and the way things are going, the way Magnolia is forcing turnovers, nagkukulang sa possessions ngayon ng San Miguel. Ha?
Yes.
Mas maraming possessions ang Magnolia, and they're able to score a lot more because of volume.
Pag ito pumasok, baka mag-timeout ang San Miguel. Bagay sa Copico block. Paulie, however, recovers it. Baroka thought about it. Sanggalang. Junmar on him. Oop. Oop.
Substitution by Pascual for
Nadulas raw, nadulas.
Ian Sanggalang, Gio Halalan for
Happens.
Max Baroka.
And Halalon is in. Baroka sits down.
It's a good time para dito kay Sanggalang to take a breather because a lot of it is expected para kay Sanggalang. You expect him to score, you expect him to defend Junmar.
Oo, no?
Diba? Ang
Dami,
hirap.
no?
Right now, you have a big lead, so this is a good chance for him to get a breather.
Selena, ano meron?
Yes, this second half, the coaches of the Magnolia Pambansang Manok remind the team to keep their energies up in the third and fourth quarter. Dapat rin daw nandun ang discipline nila when it comes to their half-court offense and discipline when it comes to their defensive schemes on Jumar. Para naman sa SMB, the coaches were telling the team na para bang they were expecting that this victory would be handed to them in a silver platter. But clearly it is not happening. They have to step it up and play harder. They also need to stop riding Magnolia's tempo, gentlemen.
Okay, and energy, it was typified by that last play. We have a timeout. We shall return very quickly. Richard, at this point, what goes on in the minds of the teams? It's easy to ask adjustments. Ano iniisip na San Miguel ngayon?
Well, San Miguel right now is they need to get the ball into Fajardo's hands. He's still their biggest weapon, and I don't think he's getting as many touches as they'd want him to get because, as I mentioned, doon na nga yung breakdown dyan, and that frees up yung mga other teammates. Although this is a good first stop because they went to that mismatch because Halalon was guarding a much taller Lassiter.
In the meantime, that basket just made it 64-47.
A change-up of defense ngayon dito for San Miguel going to that zone.
Here comes Paul Lee. The distance not a problem.
He already has that confidence. Kasi sunod na yung pasok dito ni Paul Lee.
Sukat na sukat eh.
At saka nung nakita ni Paulie, Sona ang nilalaro ng San Miguel.
Sige,
Okay,
thank
okay
you.
sa akin yan.
Thank you.
19 points now for Paul Lee.
Ilan ng tres? Anim,
What an
ano?
explosion. Yes, he's got 6 3-point connections. And again, San Miguel going to that mismatch. Si Marshall Lassiter being defended by Gio Halalon. Kanina nag-mismatch din yan because Baroka was defending Lassiter.
Lead to Rivas.
Right now, we were talking about yung cross matchups, and right now it's Magnolia who's taking advantage of those cross matchups because, as we mentioned, Rafi is guarding itong si Chris Ross. And when he sprints down the floor, hahanapin pa siya ni Junmar, and that frees up Rafi every single time.
Rafi Rivas called for the foul. We just called him the unsung hero of the ball game. He's got a total of 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 block shots.
And he scored off that smart assist brought to you by Smart Be there like never before.
Let's not forget si Rafi Rivas. He's 40 years old, second overall draft pick back in 2002. when the first overall draft pick is sitting on the San Miguel bench.
Sino ba yon?
Si Yancy De Ocampo.
Pero marami rin, itong dalawang to, maraming championship.
Oo, tama.
Free throw, hatid sa inyo na smart bidder like never before. Bakit ang feeling ko pag yan ang issue, yung draft, mapupunta sa iyo usapan, Richard? parang nararamdaman ko the trickle down at a certain point with them. In the meantime, pass to Rivas. Here's Halalo downstairs to the baseline. Problema ang shot clock. Humingi ng timeout yata.
Oo, minute timeout to si Paul Lee as he was trapped in the corner.
30 kaya.
But hindi na biro itong kalamangan ng Magnolia. Up by 21. Biggest lead was 22.
Yeah. Full timeout ito. We will be back 69-48 Magnolia. Welcome back, and when we have guests, we treat them to a special video treat, of course, and we recall what they have done in their lifetime.
Wow, talaga. Dali, ano yan? First pick yan ng second round.
Ganun. Talagang kinlarify mo, no? Samantala, ito yung as assistant coach.
Pasalamat ako, nasama ako sa mga magagaling.
Ganun. Kaya pati may camera shot ka pa na solo. Kami ni Ginito, wala pang solo shot dito. Pero Richard, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You have not lost your broadcasting touch. I really believe so.
And we miss you. We miss you.
We miss those analysis of the free throws.
And
Lassiter, sorry.
hopefully you will miss me again soon. Ibig sabihin, naglalaro kami sa finals.
Pero ang hirap, dumating sa level na ito. Marami nagsasabi sa ang hirap ng manalo ngayon.
Ang hirap talaga.
May sundot sa likod, may foul.
Well, even making it to the finals, natanda natin last season, apat ang semifinal appearances. Or rather, tatlo yung semifinal appearances ng Magnolia at that time playing as a star hotshots.
Kakatuwa itong gabing to. Ang daming, may mga volleyball players tayo. Si Jerry Peñalosa, dating world champion natin nandyan. Si Sean Chambers nandito sa likod natin.
Kasama yung bagong Alaska import si Antonio Campbell, the University of Ohio. Hindi Ohio State, University of Ohio.
Magkaiba yun, ha?
Yeah, but he's only 23 years old, so a very young player.
Okay. Caruela knocks down a 3.
Right now, Coach Leo Austria is looking for some spark. From his bench, and like na-provide yun ni Brian Aruela. Let's see if he can follow it up.
The quarter is down to 3.5 minutes. And in the meantime, there's a whistle that stops the play. May foul na tinawag.
Well, you can see the mentality dito na Magnolia is really to attack the basket. It's not really settled. And right now, it's paying dividends for them dahil nga nakakuha sila ng fouls and they're getting to the free throw line.
Here is this shot earlier by Lassiter. A Paymaya play brought to you by Paymaya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Paymaya app.
Well, yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina si Aldrich Ramos is back on the floor. Let's see what he can do here. He's looking to get the pass from outside.
You know, you're right, Richard, also. They have to keep on attacking, not looking whether the lead is diminishing, whether the lead is increasing. They have to maintain the tempo that they've established. Because San Miguel can burn them. Nice gather by Lassiter, recovered by Aruela. Hop! Could have traveled there.
Yeah, could have taken an extra step.
And may hop it. Too strong.
But he'll go to the line.
Uy. Ngayon ko lang nakakita si Junmar mag-show ng konting emotion.
Yeah, because you can see also there's a bit of frustration para dito sa San Miguel. Right now, itong energy and yung hustle ng Magnolia is really frustrating itong Beermen. And right now, their Beermen are looking to Junmar to really carry them through the stretch.
It's a free throw brought to you by Smart Bidder like never before. But that happens to every team, no? Sometimes you can't explain it. Why is this happening? It's not. Sometimes basketball, it's mental.
Yes.
Diba?
That's correct. And throughout this series, San Miguel has been used to, being down and then catching up.
Yeah.
So parang sabihin, kaya natin to, kahit lumama, kaya natin
switch
to.
on, switch
there
off
will
nila.
Be games na hindi mo mahabol yun. And then they're hoping that this would not be the game.
And of course, ang mindset naman ng Magnolia, survival ito para sa kanila.
True.
They lose here, it's over.
Wala nang schedule bukas. Halalan is entrapped. Baroka shoots a shot not offline to begin with.
And the past couple of offensive thrusts ng Magnolia have been out of sync.
Medyo pilit, ano?
Yes.
forced by the defense.
Good defense here by San Miguel.
Junmar brings it down, lifts it high. Will they call?
And that's,
There's a whistle, huh?
and that's a difference without a Rafi Rivas inside. You know, who's going to be the primary helper is Aldrich Ramos. You know, si Pascual lang ngayon ang primary defender dito kay Junmar Fajardo. But, you know, Aldrich is not the type of person na he can intimidate and change shots.
Hindi talaga siya defensive play. Ano siya, di ba? Tama ka kinito, stretch for tigatira yan eh, di ba?
He's really not used to that kind of role. But here, San Miguel is making a run with Ian Sangalang sitting down, Paul Lee sitting down, at yung ating unsung hero, Rafi Reed, is also sitting down. So
yes,
3 key players from Magnolia sitting down. San Miguel making this serious uprising.
That's why it's going to be a decision-making time dito para kay Coach Chito Victolero kung ipapasok niya because ito na nga, lumalapit na ulit ang San Miguel. You want to finish this quarter strong. You don't want San Miguel life going into the fourth quarter.
Halalon's pocket pass is kept in his pocket with this anticipated Ross drop to the deck. Sanay sa touchdown sa football yun, scramble. So we will jump it up.
Biggest lead of Magnolia was 23. Ngayon, bumaba na sa 15.
Kasi hindi naman ganun kadali istapin ito San Miguel. Natatambakan, makakabuling ka eh. Yun, girian, no? Si Lassiter at saka si Ramos nagigirian. Paulie returns.
Kita mo yan. Ang lawak-lawak ng sahig. Nagsisiksikan sila sa isang lugar.
Oo nga, no?
Paul Lee, binalik ni Coach Chito Victorero for some added firepower.
Isang gabi, si Broca, inisahan si Arwin Santos, ginulangan sa jump ball. Sikip nga naman, ano. Labas. Yan ang gusto ni Ramos, eh.
Yes.
Yan ang gusto ni Ramos.
And it's also on the guards of Magnolia that could penetrate, force the help of Ramos' man, and locate Ramos where he's more comfortable.
That's his sweet spot
Oo.
sa labas. At hinanap siya ni Paul Lee. Yan
Tsaka-
ang role.
Tsaka yung mga kanto, gusto niya yan.
Oo.
Alam mo, nung college yan sa FEU, at talo ang Lasal at Ateneo pagka tinira niya dyan sa kanto, eh. Ross angled away. Could be a foul on Pascual here.
Si Sanggalang waiting in the sidelines. Si itong Aldrich Ramos.
Ganda ng tira, no? Pay Maya play yan. Hatid sa inyo ng Pay Maya, the official payment partner of PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app. 74-56.
And Chris Ross, he's used to playing in the finals. Ilang finals MVP na award ni Chris Ross? Bilang ko parang dalawa. But he's used to playing big in the finals, and you know, this is no exception.
2 out of 3 now from the free throw line.
Yeah, and sa eliminations, he hit only 17.5% from beyond the arc. Dito sa ating finals, about 33.3. Iba na talaga.
Parang
Ibang
hinahanda
level.
niya yung interest niya para sa finals.
Yeah, ibang level ang nilalaro ni Chris Ross when it's championship time.
Barroca was surrounded by Heruela. Here's an open shot, side, won't work. Rebound loose, Ross better position against Aldrich Ramos. Here's Arwin. Arwin tried to make a setup here. Beluela, no. Rebound, Paul Lee.
It's a good box out there by Mark Barroca.
Good job, oo. Tsaka si Ian Sangalang taking away the position of Junmar Fajardo.
Barroca lets it fly quickly. No, Heruela can't escape from the trees. Finally passes it out to Ross.
And they're in trouble here. Magnolia.
That's a foul on Arwin Santos against Paul Lee.
And he knew it. Acknowledging that foul. Dodging a bullet there because open shot ni Marshall Lassiter.
Brian, Matt Canuelas Russell comes in for Junmar Fajardo. Lassiter also sits down.
A good move on the part of Coach Leo Austria. Lassiter and Fajardo will be needed in the fourth quarter.
Huli ka. That's a steal. Counter steal. Jump. Hindi binigay yung timeout.
Well, what about the 8-second violation?
Ayun.
8-second backward
Yun lang ang
That's an
sinasabi
8-second
natin.
violation.
Sinasabi natin spark na binibigay nito ni Heruela. Yun yung backcourt pressure all of a sudden. Something that they were not doing in the first half. And all of a sudden, ito na-disrupt.
Naubusan na ng oras. You have 8 seconds to cross the timeline.
Hindi pwedeng hindi tawagin yun.
And Again, they go to the post up against Baroka, the smaller man.
Nice curl. Foul si Baroka.
And you see how big that turnover of Magnolia is. You know, right now they're up by 16. And even mentally, if you're staring a 16-point lead going into the fourth quarter, parang medyo malaki-laki yun. Pero ito, you know, if itong si Chris Ross makuha niya, it brings it down to 14. It's going to be a little bit more manageable.
We update our Max's player matchup brought to you by Max's. Order and pay online at www.maxschicken.com.
You know, the missing link here for San Miguel is Alex Cabagnot, who has only scored 2 points in this game.
And vis-a-vis Baroka's 8, as you can see the comparison on your screen. Paul Lee tries to get it across in time. Constant dancing partner is Ross, who's trying to poke at the ball. Paul Lee trying to control it. Less than 10 seconds to cross over, fouled by Ross. And it will mean free throws.
So every time he sneaks in,
Wala pa sa penalty. That's just Morty's foul. It's Magnolia that's in the penalty.
I saw the wrong side of the scoreboard. 14 fouls pa lang ang San Miguel. Here's Baroka. Spin move. Drop inside. Oh! Parang hinagis. 1 second to go. Ross flies. No! But that 14-point lead, if it was not San Miguel, looks like it's intimidating, but it's not. As you check out this power move of the quarter, tunay na lakas move. Hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink, walang talo. At 13 pesos mo. We shall all be back with you shortly. We'll bring you back inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the final quarter of game number 5. And let's summarize the game so far. Let's take a look at some significant figures.
Well, 3-point shooting. Labang pang Magnolia at this stage. Ganun din sa assist department. Fast break points plus 10 sila. The biggest lead was 23 points for Magnolia. And the biggest lead of San Miguel was just 2 points. That was when they led 2-0 at the start of the game.
Ka-umpisa lang ng laro, ano ha? And what gives in a game like this, if you're... I'll start with Richard. Son, if you're Magnolia, what are you thinking of right now?
Well, right now, you still want to maintain your aggressiveness. No? In this stress na wala si June Marian, you really have to take advantage of that. And, you know, continue to attack. And you've been successful in attacking the basket.
Okay, and this quarter brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. Kinito, if you're San Miguel, what are you thinking right now?
I think it's important that you play defense. It's mahirap yun. If Magnolia keeps scoring the way they've been scoring, they need to be able to play tougher defense, force stops, and then go aggressive on the other end of the floor. I also think the starters ng San Miguel have to get a lot of minutes in the fourth quarter. May tama na yung bench. You need Fajardo on the floor. I mean, it's winning time. It's a championship on the line.
And it's a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app.
Just as we said that, Fajardo's not being tapped to check in.
That was a good defensive adjustment para sa Magnolia. No? Switch nila yung matchup. Si Baroka is getting closer and si Rafi is getting cross. Para hindi mapuntihan itong si Rossi Mark Baroka who has 4 fouls already.
And Roger's not so much of an offensive player. But ito yung sinasabi natin. You've got to go with your best players now. And Fajardo is the best player in San Miguel. He's back on the floor. Tama yung ginawa ni Coach Leo.
Marking on the San Miguel movement, first assistant coach Peter Martin for a proper bench score. 14 to shoot.
Ba't ikaw, hindi ka tinatawagan yan, Richard?
Mabait ako sa mga referee.
Ganon?
Oo.
Ang saya-saya namin pag tinawagan ka na ganon. That will not work. Hello.
From Gabby Espinas.
Down to 14.
Now remember, San Miguel Beer is doing this with hardly the services of Alex Cabagnot, who has only scored 2 points.
Halalon, parang hindi naglaro ng third quarter si Cabagnot.
He did for a while and then nag-start siya.
Number 22, Miguel Saucer, that's his fifth.
In the meantime, a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app.
Pero maganda rin kasi yung ginagawa ni Orwella yung pressure defense
Yeah.
dito kay Baroka eh. So,
Okay.
And I think Magnolia is not 100%.
Parang no?
Yeah.
Scoop pass anticipated. Marshall Lassiter slightly ahead. Gone. And the lead has been reduced to 12.
Ito na yung big San Miguel comeback. You expect this. Yung sinasabi natin kanina, they have to do it on the defensive end of the floor to spark this uprising.
Here's Sanggalang backpedaling. Shot locked down the 3. Back to Sanggalang. That shot. There's a foul. And we're going to check out this drive brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified sa bidding. Ikaw ang bida.
Sanggalang has been quiet dito sa ating second half. Has not scored. That's his first point in the second half. Total of 8 para sa kanya.
And a free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. 10 minutes and 4 seconds to play in Game 5's fourth quarter.
A player whom Coach Chito Vicolero has not sent in is PJ Simon,
yeah.
na hindi pa naglalaro.
Lane violation by the hotshots. Arwin Santos is on the way back in. And Wells Rosser off to the bench.
You know, if you're Magnolia, what you want to do is really sustain this and try to keep this distance against San Miguel. You know, until about halfway probably or less than 6 minutes in this quarter. That would force San Miguel na isipin, oh no, do we rest our starters already and just prepare for the next game? Anyway, you have cushion in the series.
That is, I think, not
A kickball.
not counted.
Yeah, they
Kickball.
take away the shot ni Rafi Rivas.
Inis na inis si Ribis.
Oo, wide open shot
Oo
para sa
nga,
kanya.
layup yun. Selena, please join us.
Yes, this final quarter, Coach Leo Austria encouraged the team to establish their offense early and capitalize on this transition. Pinalala niya ang players niya to move and pass the ball around more to get better shots instead of forcing their attempts. Lastly, Chris Ross encouraged his teammates to play their defense better and also to up their tempo of the game, gentlemen.
It's been, as based on the reports of Selena has been fine, it's really an energy issue for the coaches right now.
That's right.
79-64 as Junmar kicks it outside. Elruela. No. Rebound up and for grabs. Taken away by Halalan.
Great job there by Ian Sanggalang.
And you notice the double team ng Magnolia on Junmar Fajardo is a late double team. So it takes away some options of Junmar to pass off against the double.
Could be a foul
Oh,
on
that's going to
Baroka
be
here.
number 5 dito kay Baroka.
May tuhod eh.
Holding foul number 14, Mark Baroka. That's his fifth.
You're right, that's his personal foul. I see Paulie up from the bench. Could come in for Baroka here. I hear a timeout buzzer. I wonder who is
Timeout, San Miguel
asking for it. It's San Miguel requesting for the full timeout back in a jiffy.
In the house, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for Mr. Sean Chambers. Substitution only for Mark Baroka.
And back with us here, like you to meet ang ating mga Mang Tomas Siga fans of the day. Hatid sa inyo ng Mang Tomas all-around Sarsa. Macho Ganado. Arvin Santos, Macho Ganado move. 79-66 is the tally here in the fourth.
17 points for Arvin Santos. Great execution coming off a timeout para sa San Miguel.
Downstairs, Sanggalang fakes, fires, is fouled. Ooh.
There
was a hard foul.
In the area in front of their respective benches. Both teams are advised to observe proper benching quorum.
That's a mouthful, ano? To say, ano? Teams are blowing on quorum.
Yeah,
Di ba?
makita natin dito, dalawang pump fake para kay Ian.
Ayun sa hinataw across the face. Pero may arm na
Okay,
nakaharang.
si Arvin na nakatama sa mukha. Kamay tapos yun, yung pangalawa.
Wonder if it's gonna be just a regular foul. I think it might be just a regular foul.
Malamang.
Foul number 27, Gabby
It's a regular
Esquinas.
foul.
His third personal, 13th foul for the San Miguel Beermen.
It's on Gabby actually, not on Arvin Santos.
Yung una,
Yung
no?
unang contact.
Yung unang contact. Yung free throw na ito, hatid sa inyo na smart be there like
Two
never
free throws, Ian
before.
Sanggalang.
Now, you have to hit your free throws down the way, down the road here if you're Magnolia. And by the way, our Moneyball winner na nanalo ng 3,000 pesos sa ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball, ang ating most valuable dribbler ay si Ray John Rolian.
Well, the danger dito for Magnolia is that they start playing tentative.
Yeah.
Just to hold on to the lead.
Yung play not to lose, yung
Yeah,
ganun, di ba?
so they need to stay aggressive on both ends. Oh. Aruela getting extended minutes here because of Alex Cabagnot sitting on the bench.
Lassiter. Masyadong tulis at Paul Lee. Takes it away, beats authoritatively. Palalon pops. Ooh, it scoops out. Rebound controlled by the Beerman. Here comes Aruela pushing hard. Palalon trying to pursue. Here's Ross. You know. Arvin up, down, block. That's a comical block by Sanggalang. Dose of Arvin's own medicine. Paulie shakes, bakes, backs it in.
Right
What an
now,
eruption.
mga Magnolia, ito really responding very well sa mga runs nitong San Miguel.
At saka yung masasabi lang natin that they need to be aggressive on both ends. The way they defended Arvin Santos to block the shot inside the shaded area.
At saka
That
hindi,
was aggressive.
hindi pinabayaan eh.
Oo.
Normally, easy 2 points yan eh. Tres ito. Ayaw. And the rebound has been an area where the hot shots have been strong tonight.
Well, two clear defensive rebounds by Paul Lee.
Mawawala ang bola.
Tumawag ng timeout si Aruela.
Ito, si Cabagnot papasok na yata after this timeout.
Samantala, silipin po natin itong best cheer. Hatid sa inyo ng Petron High Performance Fuels. Better engine protection, better mileage, better power. Ang ating timeout ay full timeout. Magbabalik po ang inyong PBA. Back with us here, and the starting line of San Miguel is back together on the floor. Shot clock at 9. Lassiter breaks loose. Oh, it found the way.
And they'll go to that mismatch. Time and again. Lassiter against Gio Halalon.
2 times na, no? After timeout, Coach Leo going to that matchup kay Lassiter when he's being guarded by a smaller guy.
Palalon changes direction. Block, comical block.
6 seconds on the shot clock. 6 seconds to shoot.
And it's a block brought to you by Copico Black. Sarap ng boom gising Copico Black. 6:39 to play. Kick to the side, open shot, air ball. 82-68. Cabagnot. Bang!
What Napapasok ni Alex Cabandon. Tumira na ng 3-pointer. And this lead is down to 11.
Which was a familiar refrain in the first half. And SMB fans suddenly come to life. It's a 30-second timeout requested by Chito Victolero.
This is about preservation. Nasasabi natin kanina na hindi 100% si Alex Cabandon. Ito, Coach Leo Austria knew exactly when to bring it back in.
All right, now, you have to revisit. Kung anong tempo ba gusto mo if you're Magnolia? Because San Miguel right now, they want to speed up the tempo because they're trying to catch up. Naghahabol sila eh. If you're Magnolia, you want to limit their possession. So ikaw naman, you want to slow down, limit yung possessions from San Miguel to be able to score.
How do you deal with that in the timeout? What do you tell the players? Exactly what you're saying right now?
Well, right now, kasi right now on offense, you don't need to run every single time. You run on opportunity, pag may opportunity to run. But if not, it's okay for you to slow down because you have a cushion. But pinaka-importante dyan is you sprint back on defense. Don't allow them to get shots in the first 8 seconds, 6-8 seconds of the shot clock.
And that's where you got to get the players together again. Forget about that big lead. Let's look forward rather than back. And they're still in the backcourt.
Yeah. Ng San Miguel.
Exactly.
San Miguel ngayon gusto kasi yung pace nila, gusto bilisan para bumalik sa kanila yung bola.
Now you ask the question, kailan ibabalik ni Chito Victolero ang kanyang tempo guy? The guy who sets the table
Mark Barroca.
Yes, for the hot shots. Si Mark Barroca with 5 personal fouls.
The pass ends up
1 second to go.
Si Jason ba tinamaan?
Yun ang difference. Kasi pag Barroca ay nandun, he can break down the defense.
Exactly.
At si Paulie ngayon can spot up.
Catch and shoot.
He's gotta go. Oh, he passed it still.
In the meantime, oh! No, tuloy yan. Nag-change of possession eh. Tuloy yan. Kala ni Chris Ross, violation. Nawala ang bola, tuloy yan. And you were talking to Barroca, there he is, strutting along the sideline, Kinito. About to come in. Partially blocked. And there's a foul.
You can complain with the referees, pero yung sa table officials yung magsasabi, tumok yung 24-second shot clock. And the referees won't stop that. Yung table officials yun ang magsasabi na shot clock violation or kung nag-change sa possession o hindi.
And apparently, there was pinatuloy, di ba?
Yes,
Sa akin, clearly may change eh. In the meantime, 6 of 7 from the line currently.
So hindi na maghihintay si Coach Chito Victolero. Binalik na si Mark Barroca. So he needs to control the pace ng Magnolia.
And they need to steady their ship right now.
Yeah, they look very shaky.
And they're in uncharted waters right now. Junmar taking his sweet time. Cats no charity. And it's down to a single digit.
Now.
San Miguel faithful hoping for a championship celebration, chanting defense. Sangalang top of the key. Barroca and company have a 6-second shot clock. Long attempt. It skirts out. Underneath, there's a foul.
That's going to be number 5. Dito kay Sangalang.
San Miguel defense tightening the screws on Magnolia. Ibang klase din yung tightness and depensa ng San Miguel off the ball screen ng Magnolia.
Lahat sila ngayon. Nagpe-pressure na sila sa bola. Something they didn't really do in the first 3 quarters of this game.
They've extended their defense.
And they're going to Junmar. Why not? Junmar trying to get into position. Rivas got caught in the mix there.
Penalty situation now against Magnolia. The tide is turning.
Free throws for Fajardo.
20 points now for Junmar. Going 8 out of 9 from the line.
Sangalang will have to sit down for some stretch here. Rondial is on the floor.
Not a productive game for Ian Sangalang so far. Only 9 points and 2 rebounds.
been a game where San Miguel has played catch-up 90% of the game. But now they're within 7. From as high as 23.
It's all about how you finish this game.
Yes.
And with San Miguel, because of its championship experience, they're showing a lot more poise down the stretch.
Rivas under duress. Travel! Yes! That violation looked like an alarm clock for the San Miguel faithful. They just roared.
You know, if he wasn't called for traveling, that also could be a ball hog violation. May ganun eh.
Junmar partially blocked. No, Ross can't get it to go. It's on the ground, keeps it alive, throws him a prayer. It's in the hands of Rondial. Here comes Paul Lee. Paul Lee pushing hard, sends it to the side, it's stopped away. Here comes Arwin. Junmar Fajardo!
Fajardo now with 24 points. 8 in the 4th period. The lead is down to 5. A lot of basketball time left. 4:16.
San Miguel giving Magnolia a dose of its own medicine, what it did in game number 1. Look at this last play, broken up by Ross. And we shall be right back with the remaining 4:16. Back in a moment, very shortly.
Yung mga kababayan ko, lalo na sa Quezon, umaasa sa akin na magtatagumpay ako eh. Dahil alam nila kung gaano ka hard worker ako. Temporary lang yung pagiging coach at saka players namin dito sa PBA. So binigyan kami ng opportunity to be in this kind of situation na malakas daw yung team namin. We just keep on working hard and we keep on learning the game we played and the game we love. And this is our life.
San Miguel Beer trying to turn it around here in the 4th quarter, trying to win that 4th straight all-Filipino title or the Philippine Cup. Junmar Fajardo, just so consistent, Richard.
Yeah, and you know, it's not like a switch that just turned on. 24 points, 14 rebounds. And you know, he's taking charge right here in the 4th quarter. And you know, it's his biggest thing right now. Dahil sa foul trouble na ni Ian Sangalang, he was matched up. Ito na kay Rodney Brondial. And you know, he just took advantage of it. And everybody else stepped up defensively. You know, even when Rafi Rivas was holding the ball, tag-pressure rin si Arwin Santos. And San Miguel, 11-0 run in the last 3 minutes.
All about defense. Biglang tumibay yung depensa ng San Miguel. They were extending, they were pressuring.
Nandidi
and
na sila.
continue with a full court press. It's an 11-0 run by San Miguel at dito sa ating 4th period.
And
It's 17-8.
There's a foul in the backcourt.
It's on Arwin. Ayaw mo yun dahil nasa backcourt pa, fourth first round ni Arwin, 14 foul na. Kasi pag ma-penalty ka, hindi ka na makaka-pressure as much if you're San Miguel. So you don't want to foul in the backcourt.
Here's Baroka. They're still way back there. Baroka pushes it hard. Tries to get it across.
Hindi, sumauli. Wala nang backcourt violation yun.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
Stop. You know.
No. Rebound, Arwin.
When everybody else was complaining, Magnolia should have attacked. Kasi nag-foul nito si Arwin Santos. Wala nang backcourt violation yun.
Good point, yeah. (82-77). Embattled Magnolia trying to survive this and stretch this series. Lassiter, no. Junmar tries to chase it down. He does.
And there's a foul by Brondial.
Gusto na magpahinga ni Junmar.
Gusto
mong umuwi. Gusto nang mag-enjoy. At yung pamilya, magpakain na sinasabi ni Selena. Kita mo eh.
Wala sa mata ni Junmar Fajardo. He's on attack mode.
Yeah.
When he got that ball, he chased it down. Nakuha niya yung bola. Chased it down. He was looking to score, and then there was a foul by Brondial.
Ayaw na mag-practice. You know, he's been through a lot. Naggilas pa siya. wants to end it tonight. In the meantime, Junmar Fajardo.
And this is an exclamation point now for the back-to-back MVP. Apat yun.
And he has really improved from the free throw line. Ito si Junmar Fajardo.
25 points. Siyempre, ikaw authority dyan, Richard. You have a right to say. Ito, hindi maitawid Problemado Kanina pa Lamang pa rin ang Magnolia Hotshot by 3. 3:25 to go. Handoff. Woo! Muntik na yun. Sanggalang. Looking for Paul Lee. Oh, what a horrible pass.
And Magnolia is imploding.
Yes.
You know, the pressure of the defense ng San Miguel. Sabi ka natin kanina about staying aggressive on both ends.
That's all because of a function of the defense in the Magnolia. They cannot get stops right now. Kaya nagiging settled yung defense ng San Miguel to pressure the ball. But if they can get stops and get the running game going.
Ross attacks. Block! Copico block by Rivas.
Block number 4 para kay Rafi Rivas. Playing a heck of a game.
30-second timeout, San Miguel.
Beerman used a 30. Check out this Copico block. Brought to you by Copico Black. Sarap ng boom. Gising Copico Black. We continue. It's a 30-second timeout. Turnover now to Selena.
Yes, the first thing that Coach Chito Victorero told his team in the recent huddle was to compose themselves and to calm down. Pangalawa, he told them to focus on their defense, huwag masyadong papa-pressure. Lastly, he wants to see a lot more discipline on the execution of their half-court offense, gentlemen.
Hard to do that, especially under the duress
under
of
pressure.
San Miguel right now. And may foul trouble din yung players nila. And that they're thinking of that lead that nawala rin
That was once a 23-point lead by Magnolia.
10 seconds on the shot clock. 10 seconds. to
Shot
shoot.
clock of 10 on this particular play. Boo! Inbound problem. $82-79.
That's a big stop dito para sa Magnolia.
Oo.
At least, you know.
Walang oras na halos nang wala dun.
Oo.
Well, you need ball handlers on the floor here. For Magnolia, almost a steal here.
Rivas getting it across. Sanggalang wants to look for a point guard. Si Johnny Amoriento sa assistant coach, parang gusto niya na pumasok no? Oh! Sanggalang. Rivas pops!
Oh!
Yeah! Punch basket!
That's like a breath of fresh air. Kung nalulunod ka na, biglang nagkaroon ka ng gasp of air.
That's 11 points now for the unsung hero, along with 9 rebounds and 4 block shots.
2:25 to go. 5-point game. Libre si Ross. Tres kung sakali. No. Rebound Junmar. Puts it up. Yes!
He's not going to be denied. He's in there for the offensive rebounds, and he's putting it back inside.
Oh yeah, you don't save anything anymore. Yeah, but you're down by 3 and it's a convincing game.
Last 2 minutes. Hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo. 1:15 to go. Rivas, this one will not work, and Junmar Fajardo takes it away. San Miguel can tie or come within a point.
And if you're San Miguel's defense, you'd rather give a wide open shot from that distance to Rivas rather than have a Paul Lee trying to make the shot or Mark Barroca from the outside.
Lassiter thought about it, goes to Gobagnon, lets it fly, no. Rebound Junmar, no. And here goes Sanggalang.
Oh,
Nabitawan ni Junmar.
Yeah, and Rivas batted the ball away from Junmar Fajardo's hands.
1 minute and 17 to go. In suspense theater, a cardiac game no less.
Nag-uupos ng oras ang Magnolia because they're ahead, but not by much.
Sanggalang!
That's a big shot. That's a huge shot. Galing kay Ian Sanggalang, and he's now in double figures.
Increasing the lead to 5 with 1:05 to go. and the Beerman request a timeout. We will be back for these after these messages.
Siyempre, lahat kami naglalaro para kay Kuya Ping. So, yung puso namin na gusto naming manalo, yung gutom namin na gusto naming manalo, makuha yung finals. Siguro yun yung sipag namin na magtatrabaho kami, sama-sama kami. Once na nagawa namin yun, malaking chance na makukuha namin to.
Ayan, nagtrabaho ito. Alam mo, ang bahay ko, malapit sa practice area ng Magnolia. Good Friday, nagja-jogging ako. Nakita ko sila, grabe naman ang binitensya niyo, pati Good Friday.
Nakagulat, no? Pero mas nagulat ako, nagja-jogging ka. Bakit?
Wala epekto eh. No? Wala epekto eh.
Good Friday.
Yun ang penitensya. Yun ang penitensya ko. Tawan-tawa ka, Roy Lopez. Ha? Tawan-tawa ka dyan. Samantala, hindi nakakatawa ito para sa San Miguel, hindi pa tapos ito.
Pero kita mo yung epekto ni Mark Baroka, no, sa pagpasok niya. Yung decision making, no, you know, when he gets inside the paint, tapos
sabi nga ni Kinito, tempo maker eh, di ba?
Oo.
Tempo setter nila.
But at this stage, since nagpo-full court press sa San Miguel, baka they need another ball handler, maybe a Gio Halalon.
Big possession here para sa San Miguel.
Remember, Baroka 6 personal fouls, or rather 5.
Shot clock down to 10. Ross momentarily open, good pass. And we're going to have a timeout requested now by Magnolia. As to what kind? Wala pa, teka sandali lang. Ini-clear pa kung anong klaseng timeout, wala pang signal.
You know, for Magnolia, although nakascore ng madali, si Junmar Fajardo, at least marami silang oras ang natapos in that situation.
Gentlemen, we've got a timeout. We shall be back very quickly. 86-83, Magnolia.
The right formula, materials that you have in the team. You have to have at least 9 to 10 solid players, no? A good organization, no? Coaching staff and all, no? Everybody has a role to play, including management up to the ball boy. They have a role to play for a team to be really successful.
Well, Presidente, now a PSC commissioner knows what he's talking about. Been through it so many years with different teams at that.
Yes, of course. You know, idol talaga natin yan, El Presidente.
Nag-abot ba kayo?
Hindi.
Hindi na.
Napanood ko lang siya.
Hindi ka nasiko.
Sa awa ng Diyos.
Si Eric Reyes, maraming kwento eh.
Si Kuya Eric, oo.
Tinamaan eh. Sa pool daw eh. Matras daw siya. Bakit yun ang naalala ng tao pag kinontrol natin siya? Papa Mon, mahayong gabi. 86-83.
Kanina pinag-uusapan din natin, gentlemen, yung we expected heavy minutes from the starters sa San Miguel because winning time now. Championship on the line.
Kasi nakahabol rin eh.
Yes.
Sila rin yun eh. Ito na.
Entering the fourth period, actually 3 or rather 4 San Miguel players already had logged over 30 minutes a game.
Ito.
While ang Magnolia, wala. Ni isa, wala.
Crucial possession. Natapik. Paulie recovers it. Shot clock at 12. Back to Paulie. Paulie. Oh!
That's a big turnover.
Very critical.
Kasi instead na maging possession na game,
you know, half of it was Rome was already looking at the basket.
And again, it's also the pressure defense in San Miguel.
That's true.
And yung poise at composure. Now, we saw that in the last few seconds ng game number 4. Nawala ng, I thought, poise ang Magnolia in a game that they should have and they could have won. And it could be a repeat here in game number 5.
There's another angle of it.
They're looking. Natamaan ba yun? I think that's off Magnolia. The referees are making sure. Yes, it is off Magnolia. So San Miguel ball. It's just a one-possession game.
And they're going to use a timeout here.
Timeout, San Miguel Beermen.
And the Beermen will use a timeout. We shall be back very quickly.
93 talaga yung kung saan kami nag-champion under Coach Chot Reyes yun. And of course, yung San Miguel team, powerhouse. Underdogs kami, but talagang nakakita ng ways ng coaching staff to beat San Miguel. And kaming players naman talagang nagpapakamatay for that title.
Ano yung madalas mong kwento? Yung claim to fame mo, meron kang litrato sa PBA office. Binabantayan mo si Alvin Patrimonio.
Oo, at least nandun ako sa Hall of Fame ba tawag doon?
But it is not easy, ano? It's not easy to win these titles, ano? And never in this league. Lalo na ngayon with the coaching.
Oh, yes.
And
the technology rin ngayon eh. Ano, grabe, scouting reports, yung analytics. Ang dami na ngayong facets sa game.
But the team that's making it look a little easy is San Miguel.
Yes.
They're going for their 4th straight Philippine Cup championship. And talking about San Miguel, ito makikita po natin, no? San Miguel only has 1 timeout left, and that's a 30-second variety. While Magnolia may isang full, isang 30-second. San Miguel has 1 foul to give. Wala pa sila sa penalty. Magnolia is already in the penalty.
I think here for San Miguel, if they can get a quick 2, they would go for that first. Pag hindi, that's the time that they would look for a 3-point shot. Kasi at least a quick 2, they would get the ball back.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever happens. So.
Yes, that's 34.5 seconds to go. San Miguel will get the ball.
Here's the inbound. Here's Ross looking inside. Do they go to Junmar? No, they send it outside to Lassiter. Lassiter inside to Junmar. Back to Ross. Kabaknot is the designated hitter. No, rebound is loose. It's in the hands momentarily of De La Rosa. Arwin lets it fly. Yes! It's a 3 and we're tied!
De La Rosa had possession, nabitawan yung bola. Again, it's the composure. You go for championship experience. Kabaknot, the crunchman, did not make the shot. Ito, De La Rosa almost had possession. Nabitawan niya. And a wide open shot para kay Arwin Santos.
How many times have we seen Arwin Santos do that? He did that against us in our series. Ngayon, dito rin. Ginawa.
Sabi ni Arwin, meron din akong tira sa bandang kanan.
Oo.
Santos with 20 points in this one. Now remember, if this goes into overtime, Mark Baroka with 5 personal fouls. Delegado siya.
Well,
may not be able to finish the game.
Well, yeah, for San Miguel, you just have to make sure that you get the last, for Magnolia, that you get the last shot of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magnolia doesn't want a return possession for San Miguel.
That's right.
Hot shots need to be able to work for a good shot to win this game.
Yeah, the shot here will be for the win. The shot here will be for the win.
For the win, yes.
And keep in mind, San Miguel still has 1 foul to give.
But you know, if you're San Miguel, even if this goes into overtime, you feel good because Baroka has 5 fouls,
Yes.
Sanggalang has 5 fouls.
Exactly.
And you climbed out of a big hole,
Yes.
actually.
And San Miguel, they have a foul to give.
So a lot of advantages here for San Miguel. But Magnolia will have the last possession. Championship on the line.
10,000 fans here tonight. And this is how the series has gone and how it could go on if Magnolia hangs on here. In any event, if it ends and San Miguel wins tonight, we're done. But if Magnolia wins, we regroup for Sunday. Ato Agustin and B-Boy Rabanes, assistant coaches, making sure that composure is there. 2 very fine ex-pros. Pwede kang bumuo ng team dyan sa mga assistant coaches na yun. Puro gwardiya eh, no?
Well, the important thing here is a good inbound.
Yep, definitely.
And for San Miguel, if they see that there's going to be a good opening for a shot, they will give up the foul. Bago makatira ang Magnolia.
De La Rosa, hesitant. Gives it to Sangalang. 14 seconds to go. Sangalang trying to make a decision, trying to get it to Baroka. Can't.
And there's the foul. Now nasa penalty na ang San Miguel.
Second first team foul, the San Miguel Beermen under the last 2 minutes.
Kanina medyo nahirapan si De La Rosa to get a good inbound.
Oo, nag-hesitate, ano? Malamang same play ito.
Baroka.
Popping out.
Yeah. I
Here's
thought Baroka was
Sangalang.
gonna get the shot, the pass.
Drawing out Fajardo. Oh, Lassiter tapping it. It's in the corner. Lassiter! No! And we go into overtime.
Again, yung lack of championship points ng Magnolia. Hindi pa na sila nakatira. In that last possession, they did not even make an attempt at the basket.
Grabe kung pumasok yung kay Lassiter.
Oo.
No? Dramatic talaga.
That would have been a miracle shot.
Tignan mo, oh.
Pumasok.
May chance eh. Oh.
Yeah, they had a chance.
Tapos yung possible follow-up eh.
That's right. Oo.
Actually, kung minsan yung follow-up ang babantayan mo dyan eh. Anyway, we will need 5 more minutes to decide the winner of game number 5. Tunay na lakas move of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo. That big shot by Arwin Santos that tied it all up. Back in a moment for overtime.
Wala na nga sigurong mas kinababaliwan sa pambansang
Okay. Game 5. Tawa-tawa ka dyan, Roy Lopez. Siyempre, pag ako, overtime yan. Sigurado yan. Wala na nga si Dominic. Uy, kasalanan ko pa rin. Ano? Pero why not? Ano? But the comeback of San Miguel in that fourth quarter, Cunito hit it right at the top of the nail. It was defense that brought them back into the game. Ang daming turnovers ng
sunod-sunod. I just
Magnolia.
feel it's the lack of poise at saka yung championship experience sa San Miguel. Very evident. Si Junmar Fajardo leading the charge. 14 out of his 30 points in the fourth period. Kung wala si Junmar Fajardo, tapos na ang laro.
Kanina, napansin namin ni Richard, si Johnny Abarientos, nagkukumpas doon. Sabi ko, pag kay Johnny, siguro madali yun. May dribble yun. Here we go, overtime. Dalawang talon. Magnolia ang bola. Alam mo, pag overtime, ang bilis niyan. Sandali lang yan. So kung sino nakakalamang na maaga, usually very good chance.
By the way, si Halalon is sitting on the bench now.
Aha,
and again, that outside shot for Rivas.
Sabi ng San Miguel, sige, tira mo na itira yan.
Basta hindi lang si Paulie titira.
And Junmar tries to claw that rebound. Paulie tries to keep it and play. Succeeds. Sangalang on the dribble. Oh, Diyos ko, ang lakas ng pasa. Baroka to Rivas.
Yeah, they really have to be under control, you know. Itong Magnolia, forget about that big lead. They have to realize they only need to win this game by 1 point.
Selena?
On every play, kaya hindi kayo maka-execute. Those were the exact words of Coach Chito in that final huddle. He encouraged the team to choose to fight and not to give up. They played 48 minutes of hard basketball. Ngayon pa daw ba sila susuko? Coach wants them to move on from their mistakes. Huwag na daw nilang isipin and just focus on the extra minutes at hand, guys.
Thank you very much, Selena Dagdag.
You know, Rivas, this is only the second time this conference that he has scored in double figures. Now with 13 points, it's the conference high for him.
Right now, he's defending Junmar dahil nga 5 tong foul ni Ian Sangalang.
Lassiter! No! Junmar, foul by Rivas.
Referees are going to check if that's going to be a flagrant or a deliberate. I think it's a regular foul. That was a play on the ball.
Ito, titingnan natin.
Mabilis naman mag-decide ang referees.
Yeah, he hit the ball.
Yeah, that's a regular foul on Randy Rivas. But putting Junmar Fajardo on the line.
Who has done well from the line tonight. Ilan na siya, Roy, and
Junmar actually had a slow start, only 2 points in the first period. Pero ngayon, meron na siyang 30 points. 12 out of 13 from the line. flawless.
Oo, lambot na nung kamay.
Oo.
Dati matigas-tigas pa yan.
Yes.
Yan. Binigyan mo ba ng certificate pagkatapos mag-aaral sa'yo? Ayan, dalawa.
14 out of 15 from the line.
Tabla-tabla, 8-8.
That full court press of San Miguel has been a bother for Magnolia.
Yan na si Halalon papasok. Baka yun nga yung sinasabi mong isa pang tiga-bit-bit ng bola. Maroka tries to attack. Nice shake and bag. Good line.
Maroka, talagang making the most of borrowed time. Giving Magnolia a 2-point lead once again.
Every shot by Magnolia is like a clutch shot.
Right
Pahirapan
now.
Pahirapan. They're bleeding for points.
Lalo na rito sa extension at ng fourth quarter.
Sobra ang depensa ng San Miguel.
When San Miguel switched it on, Rivas nearly prying the ball loose there. Shot clock at 3. Junmar has to put it up. Not the best shot. Lassiter throws up a prayer. Arwin tips it back in.
Oh, looks like a foul here.
Sinin nakahiga?
Si Lassiter.
Lassiter is called for the foul.
Sabi niya, ako?
So, dalawa sila ni Baroka nagtakatamaan
Loving
doon.
foul on number 13, Marshall Lassiter.
Pang-lima na ni Marshall Lassiter.
Substitution, Gio Halalo for Paulie.
Paulie will sit down. And let's see that last play.
After this follow-up, ayun, magpe-pressure itong si Lassiter. Nagkakantugan.
Nilabas muna si Lassiter na medyo naalog eh. Peruela trying to pursue Halalon. We're down to 2 minutes and 29. Sabi sa inyo, pag-overtime, ang bilis lang nito eh. Time out.
Again, yung pressure ni Chris Ross. Actually, the reason kung bakit pinasok ni Chito Vicolero si Gio Halalon is to preserve Mark Baroka from having not to bring up the ball and just get the ball in the half court.
Chito Victorero with apparently a very big bone to pick there.
Complaining that there should have been a foul called in that play.
So let's see if it's a full or a 30.
Timeout, Magnolia hot shot, sama-sama.
It's a full timeout, then we shall use it as well. We shall be right back.
Kaya nga sinasabi, nung araw pa, 40 years ago, narinig ko na basketball is teamwork. Pagka hindi ka team, hindi ka family, mahirap ka go to the top. Makikita mo yung camaraderie ng mga players pag naglalaro. Importante sa akin yun na lahat yun nagkakaintindihan.
Of course, the fortune cookie, Atoy Ko, also knows what he's talking about. Been champion with a Grand Slam as well, twice, with the Redmanizers. We're tied at 90. Hindi ko nakasalanan ito. Talagang bakbakan eh.
And you know, we expect nothing less. They're fighting for a championship.
Paano? Pag nanalo San Miguel, di tapos.
Yes.
Tapos ang schedule ng lahat sa basketball. Pagka nanalo ang Magnolia, tuloy ang mga practice bukas.
Tama.
Kasi linggo lang, game na agad. Inbound by the hot shots. Here's Rivas. Ito Rivas tries to drive. Runner, short.
I don't think that was a design play coming off a timeout.
No, certainly not with Rocky Rivas putting the ball on the floor. Now a chance for San Miguel to get the lead. Again, they go to that mismatch of Marshall Lassiter against Gio Halalo.
Last 2 minutes, hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo. Ang 13 pesos mo. Here's Ross, open for a 3. Yes!
Oh, 24 seconds.
It's in a
24-second violation.
It's a 24-second shot clock violation.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a possible three-point conversion.
Now they're just going to check, because that is a reviewable play in the last 2 minutes. Was that shot taking within time?
Mapuputo the test ang
Wala,
Technical,
not counted.
Not counted. A shot came too late.
Parang
Side na side.
fraction of a second, ano? Anyway, we're still tied at 90.
And you face it in the overtime period.
Oh, what a small lineup here for Magnolia. Additional ball handlers. You know, you will have De La Rosa playing the 4 and they see Sangalang playing the 5 spot.
1
And now
minute
a new
48.
defender for San Miguel, si Magnolia Roser on the floor against Baroka.
Woo, ang dangerous na mga pasa ng Magnolia. De La Rosa.
Oh!
Yes!
Took a lot of guts to take that shot.
Yes! Kanina pa niya gusto score eh.
Yeah, and first attempt lang niya from the 3-point line. 19 points para dito kay Rome De La Rosa. And what a gutsy shot. Para kay De La Rosa.
And his main defensive assignment, si Arwin Santos, no less.
30-second timeout. Let's take a look at that shot again. Big one.
Well, it was not challenged.
Full timeout na tinawag dito ng San Miguel.
And we'll use it as well. We'll be right back after these messages. You know, the other night, I think it was Alex Compton and Ryan Gregorio. They were talking about the pedigree of Rome De La Rosa, what kind of lineage he comes from.
And you know, yung daddy niya, naka-teammate ko sa Santa Lucia. Yeah, si Romy, and you know, matapang talaga na defender, tough defender, he can shoot. You know, in the mold of his dad's game. Pero I think yung confidence lang niya talaga kailangan ma-build up niya, especially with those outside shots. But right now, he didn't lack any confidence in taking that big shot here in overtime period.
Well, this is the conference high for Rome De La Rosa. 19 points that he has scored. In the finals, before this game, his average was 9.8 points. So, ang laki ng inangat ng laro niya dito sa game number 5.
Yep, I think Charlie Guna was doing the game that day. They were also talking of the lineage of that Shell team before. Of course, Paras Magsanok, Leo Austria was part of that team as well. De La Rosa played for Shell as well. In the meantime, back to the present, 93-90.
Key substitutions again. Rafi Rivas back in the game para kay Paul Lee to defend against Junmar.
Everything is a big shot now. Look at Rivas and Fajardo wrestle. Lassiter drags the defense with him, puts it up. Yes!
Wow, what a tough layup para dito kay Marshall Lassiter.
But you know the way Magnolia played defense, they took away the 3-point shot ni Lassiter. They'd much rather have Lassiter go straight to the hole, go for a 2-point shot, rather than a 3-pointer.
So we have called all kinds of timeouts here. And this one is a 30. We'll hang on. 1 point lead by the Hot Shots. 93-92. If you just joined us, this is not the entire story. San Miguel was down by as large as 23 way back when it was 71-48. They had to climb back, claw back, scratch back in that fourth quarter to force overtime.
And right now, key for Magnolia is really execution coming off a timeout because the last 2 times they weren't able to execute. One to try to win the game, hindi sila naka-attempt. The second one was Rafi driving to the basket. So hindi na-follow yung execution ng kanilang offensive pattern. Let's see if they can do a better job in this possession.
Kuminsan pag may pressure at pagod na, may hirap din na execution kuminsan eh, no?
Well, Paul Lee is checking back in. So you know that he's a trigger point dito sa execution. And Mark Baroka is also on the floor. Rivas is sitting down.
The inbound. Here's Halalon. 1:23 to go. This game far from decided. Nearly lost. Here's Halalon and company. Shot clock at 13. Lee is wide open. Shakes, bakes, sends it to Sangalang. Sangalang lost it. Chris Ross lost it.
6 seconds. Sa shot clock.
Again, very shaking execution ng Magnolia. Several box
Hirap
plays.
sila sa inbound, ano?
Hirap
Hirap
sila.
sila sa inbound.
We take a look at this situation here. Referees will not call that contact.
Kaya saka wala na sa kanya yung bola nun.
Oo, nawala na yung bola. The ball was going out of bounds. So the referees will not call that kind of a contact in that situation.
So it's Magnolia ball.
6
Shot
seconds.
clock at 6, Richard.
Yes.
Tama, 6.3. Dalawang pasat. Wala, halalon attacks. Throws up a prayer, it's fouled.
Oh, they called a foul.
Sa pulsa ulo eh.
And a daring drive by Gio Halalon. Aggressive.
Kay Junmar yata.
Junmar or Arwin, probably. Tingnan natin kung kanino nila itatawa.
Number 6, Chris Ross.
Oh, kay
Kay
Ross.
Ross.
The foul is on number 15, Jumar Fajardo.
No,
Okay,
Fajardo is third.
The bad news for Magnolia is that in the finals, Gio Halalon is shooting only 33% from the line.
Ilan attempts? Mga ilang attempts?
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6. Hindi niya forte itong free throws eh, no, ha? Yan, tonight, 2 out of 3. Bench begging for just 1.
Yeah.
Binigay naman ni Jim. Ta-time out at San Miguel. Ang larong that has had everything except an ending.
That's still a lot of basketball time left. A
Ano yung
minute and 3.
Post mo, Richard, exit or ano?
End or extend.
End or extend. Well, that question remains unanswered right now.
And we're seeing a lot of different tactics being employed by both coaches. Maganda rito in the last minute or so because they will now have situational substitutions.
But right now, it's only a 30-second timeout. So kung hindi mag-sub dito ang San Miguel, hindi makakapag-sub ang Magnolia.
Yeah.
Okay, in the first half, it was dominated really by the hot shots. They were extremely hot. Paulie was off to a very great start in the first quarter.
Oo, grabe yung aggressiveness nitong Magnolia. At yun nga, Paulie started it off with his offensive game, you know, getting us confidence. So, kanda hawa-hawa na dito para sa Magnolia.
Tapos night and day, ano, lalo na yung fourth quarter. San Miguel, you need to put it correctly. Nung dumipensa ang San Miguel, biglang hirap na hirap yung Magnolia.
Now in this situation, Magnolia has a foul to give. And both teams, wala na silang 30 seconds. They still have a full timeout apiece.
As we swing back to live action, a minute to go. 2-point lead by Magnolia. Ang papanoorin mo rito yung follow-up eh. Kung hindi pumasok yung tira. Ross makes his move. Lobs it to Junmar. No! Follow-up is good. We're tied.
Well, he had it planned all along, you know.
How can you stop a big man?
All he wanted to do, si Ross, was to really force itong tao ni Junmar to help on his drive. You know, and didn't even have a mindset of finishing. Talaga yung mindset niya is to pass it to Junmar. You know, so, I mean, great play there by Chris Ross.
We have a full timeout. We shall be right back. We're tied at 24. Well, it's been a series loaded with a variety of expressions and emotions. And tonight is no less different because so much at stake here.
Well, 46.1 seconds to go. Depending how quickly Magnolia executes its offense, it could be a 2-for-1 situation para sa Magnolia. But it also all depends on how they execute in this next possession, which is going to be very, very crucial.
Tabla po tayo. Halalon popping out. You have to watch Paul Lee here. But here's the pass. Sanggalang could not catch it.
Again, it's those errors. Crucial turnovers down the stretch. There's a lack of poise and exposure to championship pressure.
In the meantime, here's Ross driving hard, drops to the deck. Ano, it's a jump. Hindi yata nakatawag ng timeout kung meron man.
Wala.
Nadapa eh.
They have to remember, 5 seconds na lang natitira dito sa shot clock ng San Miguel.
Ito sana ng pick and roll play ng Magnolia kanina, no? Rolling to the basket na. Si Ian Sangalang. But again, the defense is forcing Magnolia to think twice about kung anong gagawin nila sa execution.
Ito na naman, ang liit-liit ng espasyo, no? Nagkakagulo, Richard.
Oo.
Tignan mo si Baroka dito sa jump ball na to. Yun. Pinalon agad. Nakuha ni Camagnot. Lets it fly! Air ball. Ribes.
They can call a timeout.
Oh, nabitay. Pasa ng mali. Ball on the ground. Walang makataas. Rumble! Scramble! Oh, nobody's ball! And listen to this crowd roll!
Finally call a jump with
Pero
2.8 seconds to go.
tumama sa ring yung tira ni Alex, di ba? Hindi tumama sa ring yung tira ni Alex na bagbot
Yeah.
5 seconds na lang yun na nag-jump ball. So I don't know kung nagkaroon ng 24-second violation doon.
Which is now the point of Chito Vicolero.
They're going to call a jump at the center.
Kasi walang may tangan ng bola talaga eh, no?
Yes.
It's nobody's ball talaga eh.
Boy, what a crazy sequence towards the end.
San Miguel was hoping that it would be closer to their basket, of course.
Wala na kasing timeout yung Magnolia, which is the reason why Rafi Rivas did not call a timeout when he had possession.
Mukhang hindi naging issue yung 24, ano?
Oo, hindi.
Abab.
Violation pa kay Arwood. May timeout ba ang Magnolia? Wala nang timeout ang Magnolia. So sa half court yung inbound na yan, and San Miguel is in the penalty.
Here's Gio Halalog checking back in, along with Aldrich Ramos coming in here for Magnolia. 2.8 seconds to go is the time left.
Time enough to catch it and come up with a decent shot here.
Substitution, Gio Halala for Rafi Rivas, Albert Ramos for Ian Sangalang.
Hindi na makakatawad ng timeout dito ang Magnolia.
The shot here for the win now. Kung itataas, ano? The inbound. De La Rosa looking for somebody open. Here's Ramos, the quick release. It looks short. It is. One more overtime.
Oh, he was called from the bench. Aldrich Ramos didn't have enough punch behind that shot. That's another overtime period coming up.
And as such, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at that shot, it's an air ball. What can we do? Magu Marjon is waiting to MC an awarding ceremony, whether it'll happen or not. Remains to be seen. Walang katapusan.
And the fans are loving it. The fans are loving it.
Definitely. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We have given Sports Center a big problem now. They don't know what to do right now. They have nothing to have as a big story right now. It is going to the second overtime at 94 apiece here. Still with Richard Del Rosario, Quinito Henson, and Selena Dagdag. Boy, game 5, you're working overtime. You're working.
Grabe, oo. Yata kasi kasama ako sa iyo. But I'm enjoying, you know.
But the fans, that's right.
Finals
the
talaga,
fans,
di ba?
the fans love this. And gusto ng fans. Lalo na yung gawan doon sa dulo nun. Grabe.
Okay. Kasi during the break we clarified yung kay Cabagnot. If
Yes.
it's violation, ang sabi ng officials, nagkaroon na ng change possession kasi nagkaroon na ng possession si Rivas, nakuha na raw niya.
I see.
So yung clarification,
Okay.
clarify natin
Buti
sa
na,
officials.
Good clarification.
buti na lang yung image mong mabait sa mga referee.
Oo.
Nakatulong sa coverage.
Yeah.
Ano?
At saka the referees are really on the ball. Especially in a situation like this.
Yung ganun.
Hindi na po pwedeng
what's gonna
magkamali
give
rito.
right now? I don't want to use who wants it more, but it's now the sustainability issue, yung energy, ang tingin ko ang concern
who's got
dito.
enough left?
Oo eh. Ang
And,
daming miscues masyado ng Magnolia sa execution eh. They had several chances to win the game, stretch their lead, but could not. Hindi makatira rin si Paulie. That pass,
Halala should have
Galang
taken
has
that
not
shot.
been able to catch the ball.
You know, he should have taken that shot already. He was wide open.
There's a lot of hesitation now on the part of Magnolia.
It's doubt. It's doubt right now. Junmar trying to make a move here. Rivas waiting for that move. Here's that curve. Yes!
There you can see si Junmar, no? He doesn't show signs of fatigue. Kasi second overtime na tayo.
And they're playing heavy minutes. Pero alam nila, it's winning time.
De La Rosa, no, Rivas unable to get it, and here comes Chris Ross taking it away. They'll walk it up slowly. They're in the lead by 2.
And they're not in a hurry. Can you imagine the biggest lead of San Miguel is 2, which is what they have right now.
2-0 yung na-establish nila yun. Layo na nun. May foul si Rivas. Up.
4 fouls para dito kay Rafi Rivas.
Rivas has his fourth first team foul for the Magnolia Hotshot. 14 on the shot clock.
Shot clock of 14, 3:50 to go. They'll go to Junmar all night long. The pass deflected. Shot clock at 3. Ross lets it fly. Yes!
Well, kanina he hit a three-pointer that was not counted because it came after the 24-second shot clock. But this time, he had a lot of time to spare.
And San Miguel leads 99-94, 3:37 to go. Here's that shot again. Right there.
You know, it's, right now, the key word is belief. Magnolia has to believe that they can win this game. They're not showing that kind of belief right now.
All right, now it's still 3.5 minutes remaining, although yung momentum really has shifted.
Ang daming pasa na hindi na nasalo.
Tentativeness.
Oh,
You know, when you're
either malakas yung pasa, hindi handang tanggapin. The last big play they had, I think, was that shot of De La Rosa. As we go to Selena Dagdag. Selena?
Yes, attack Baroka. Those were the words of Coach Leo Austria. If there's a mismatch on whoever Baroka is guarding, they want to exploit that. The rin ni Coach, don't be in a hurry establishing your shots. Bago matapos ang huddle, pinaalala rin sa kanila ni Junmar Fajardo, stay composed. Kaya natin to, gentlemen.
But hindi lang yun, no, Selena? May 5 personal fouls kasi Baroka. You attack his defense, it's not only the mismatch, it's also the getting out of the game.
Boy, is San Miguel this close already to what they're looking for? Can Magnolia come up with plan C right now?
Well, you know, for Magnolia, you know, talagang nothing to lose na rin naman. I mean, for you know, yung determination ng mga players is supposed to be really solid. You know, in the last 3.5 minutes, down 1-3 in a series, you know, and what are you saving anything for?
Yeah, the game that got away from Magnolia was game 4. That really was their game. So here's Chris Ross with 13 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 7 steals. Ang daming ginagawa ni Chris Ross. He had a subpar game in game number 4, but he's certainly making up for it now.
Here's Baroka on the receiving end. 3.5 to go.
This is almost a must-score situation para sa Magnolia.
No ifs and buts, no?
Yeah, they're down 5.
Pinipuwersa ang shooters malayo sa sweet spot nila. Oh. Wala. Hindi pumasok. Loose ball foul.
for a while. Nakakala natin kay Baroka. Pero kay Alex Bagnot na tinawag yung foul.
First team foul, Sandy Beerman.
99-94. Beerman by 5 after being down by as large as 23. Baroka spinning. Ball momentarily lost. The pass. This has been the story of this second half.
Ian Sangalang is just one turnover after another. He's really feeling the pressure.
And the fatigue as well. Sabi niya nga, has to do two things on both ends. As Junmar Fajardo simply twirling around, giving San Miguel a 7-point lead.
Without referee just there, naging one-on-one defender lang si Ian Sangalang, and with 5 fouls. Wala na talaga siya magagawa.
Yes! Magnolia still breathing here.
Yes.
And that's why he's there, si Aldrich Ramos. And we were saying, dapat he should have actually been used more from that position because he is a threat from beyond the arc.
4-point game. Shot clock at 7. Here's Junmar, stoops down low, goes up, uses the glass. 1% na si Junmar.
He's got 40 points right
40
now.
points.
There's no doubt who's the best player of this conference. Obviously.
Last 2 minutes ng larong ito at sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ng 13 pesos. Mo.
Wow,
Buhay pa.
all of a sudden, biglang nagising dito sa second overtime period.
Gumagamit ang oras sa San Miguel. Libre. Ayaw. Rebound, Paul Lee. 1:34 to go. Baroka attacks. Libre, Ramos. No. Sangalang fighting for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a review of the Lazaro Mosley.
They will review it. $103.99 with 1:25 in the balance in the second overtime.
Natapik ni Mark, pero hindi ko lang alam kung before na lumabas nakatapik pa ulit si Junmar.
Brian Aruela tossing a drink quickly to Junmar Fajardo. Ang dalawang magkaibigan na yan talaga.
Oh, it's Magnolia ball.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
The only player who has scored for Magnolia sa second overtime is Ramos.
That shot, ano?
Yeah, si Paul Lee, hindi nakascore ng first overtime. He scored only 2 points in the fourth period.
Let's it fly. No. 1:20 to go. Ooh.
I think Paul Lee has run out of bullets.
And the Beermen ask for a timeout. We shall be right back after these messages. We're running out of superlatives for Junmar Fajardo, but what a time for him to come up with some key baskets. 40-point performance by the Kraken.
Grabe to si Junmar. Kung maglaro, kala mo nakabook na yung flight niya bukas no? Kaya na magbayad ng penalty.
Uwi na, puli na.
And you can see him, yung emotions niya, every time he scores.
Oo, nung third quarter, nung fourth quarter, parang ayaw na niya patagalin to serye.
I just hope it doesn't take away from the confidence ni Ian Sangalang.
Yes.
Because the way he's being manhandled here by Junmar Fajardo, and also the way he's not responding to the pressure.
Yung confidence niya shot
Yeah.
So we're asking,
he's such a much better player than what he's showing right now.
That is so
we're
true.
asking too much for Ian Sangalang if we expect him to be able to defend Junmar one-on-one.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yung mga import niya, hirap. Yung mga, hirap di ba? And he's giving away a lot of, height and weight dito kay Junmar. But it's,
In the meantime, we're down to the last minute and 17 is San Miguel, just that far away from their fourth all-Filipino or Philippine Cup. One minute to go, 3 seconds to the shot clock. Step back, not this time. Rivas blocks it. And that has been the problem. Kabaknon. When Rivas handles the ball, when the point guards don't get it quickly, he has a problem.
It's like they're predators. San Miguel Beer sensing blood. And it's just one turnover after the other. And you would think that Rivas knows championship pressure. The problem is, in that situation, dapat hindi si Rivas ang nagdadala ng ball.
And the point guard should have asked for the ball. Also, nilapitan siya.
Actually, Paul, he was there. He was open. And everybody else is going down on defense. But smart move also from Alex Cabagnon. When he realized si Rivas took the ball, yun na, pre-pressure na niya.
We'll be right back after these. Time remaining, 51 seconds. The score, 105 to 99 in the second extension. There's mathematics. May possibility pa no?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
6 points, 51 seconds, Pwede pa yan. You don't need the 3-point basket as of now. If we can get a quick two, that would be the best scenario.
As we reported earlier, a crowd of 10,000 on hand here. Inbound for the Hot Shots. Really struggling here in the second half. Here's Ramos, step back, can't load up. Here's De La Rosa, challenge, somebody downstairs. Well,
and they lost the ball again. That's another turnover against Ian Sangalan. That's 4 turnovers for Ian in this second overtime.
They're trying so hard to get the ball to him.
Yung pressure has really built up too much para dito sa Magnolia, entering this game down 1-3 and then you lose a 23-point lead, and you don't want to make mistakes in the process of being too careful. You commit mistakes.
While all that was happening and the points you mentioned, San Miguel was just firing away.
Oh yes, the difference was when they started pressuring defensively, na-disrupt na yung execution ng Magnolia. They were able to get their rhythm.
I think bottom line, San Miguel Beer is a team that knows how to win.
Whether down by 23 or needing an overtime, I think they learned their lessons the hard way after that first game,
Coach Leo Austria has to take credit for this magnificent run by San Miguel. Leo Austria in 5 finals appearances has never lost.
And look at this. We're running out of superlatives actually to say.
But what about Junmar?
Yeah,
Junmar just took over.
Yeah.
And you can't say enough dito kay Junmar Fajardo kung paano niya talaga winil itong San Miguel to win in this game.
So many factors working against Magnolia in the stretch, And it started in that fourth quarter. Kinito napansin mo nung nag-pressure ng defense at San Miguel, nag-full court, nag-iba yung timpla ng laro
Biglang nawala yung points nila. And committing one turnover after the other. Hindi na na-handle yung pressure. And again, we go back to the point that we made at the start of our coverage. This is a very different Magnolia team that played with Mark Pingris and Justin Melton. Malaking bagay yung pagkawala ng dalawa na yun because it changed the rotation, pati yung roles ng mga players ng Magnolia.
I mean, Melton in this pressure situation could have dribbled away, handled, and fingers could have been there for the defense against
More than
Pardo.
that, si Justin can spread the floor para dito sa Magnolia and be available for kick-out passes. You know, he's a different type of player than Paul Lee, si Baroka, and even Halalon, who really likes to initiate the attack of ball screen. Si Justin, hindi ganon. Justin will be waiting in certain spots for kickouts.
But you play with the cards that you have,
yes.
No? So those cards are these, and they represented their franchise or their company with pride. But unfortunately, some of the pressure got to them, especially in that fourth quarter. But let's see.
Well, interesting stat dito para kay Junmar Fajardo. Starting the fourth period, counting the next 2 overtimes, he has scored a total of 24 points. Starting the fourth period na siya, naka 24 points na siya.
In 32 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, tama, no?
Unbelievable.
Galing yung dalawa sa man. Believe ako sa yung dalawa. In the meantime, ito, Magnolia trying to steal the ball away. There's another foul.
Foul number 19, Romelosa penalty. His second.
And they get into the penalty.
Aldrich Ramos and Paul Lee checking in. Hindi na natin nakita si Camalinda coming down the stretch. He had 6 points in the first half. PJ Simon never played a second in this game.
Substitution Aldrich Ramos for Rafi Reyes Moldy for Romelosa.
Magnolia, wala nang timeout. So, yun na rin ang problema nila. Even if Ross misses this free throw,
they'll have to rush it up. Arwin with a hand and foul on Ramos.
And Arvin Santos nagsisit up doon.
This will foul number 17
on the
Andrew
floor.
Jones. Penalty. It's his first.
And this looks like a one game now for San Miguel
Yeah.
Beer, and they will clinch the Philippine Cup Championship in 5 games.
And their fourth straight, no?
Yeah, yes. And this will keep the record of Coach Leo Austria clean. This is his 6th final appearances. It will be his 6th championship.
30 seconds, and it's a 7-point lead. Baroka wants to go to the outside. They can't get it to lead. They're looking for him right now. Wala na. Naubos yung bala. And that would probably be it. Why not?
And Fajardo scoring once more. Might have hurt his hand.
tingin ko talaga nagtitimpi lang ng celebration si Junmar.
And that will do it! San Miguel is the Philippine Cup champion with this come-from-behind win in double overtime. Their 4th straight Philippine Cup. What a comeback victory by the Beermen.
And you can say that they did work hard for this championship. They're being down by 23 and then coming back and winning it in a double overtime. So they really worked hard to win the 4th straight all-Filipino crown.
At walang bigayan ito, ha? You saw how difficult this game was. Went to 2 overtimes. Magnolia fought fiercely. They fought hard. I thought the pivotal game was game number 4 sa series. That should have been Magnolia's game. Would have avoided the situation of a 3-1 deficit.
And it could have changed the mood of this game number 5. But take nothing away from the Beermen, who now have won the Philippine Cup with a 4-1 tally here.
Incredible defense ang pinakita ng San Miguel. And it goes to Coach Leo Austria, the way he faced these players.
Boy, this winning tradition just continues for the Beermen.
And he preserved his key players down the stretch.
Yeah.
For defense, for offense, when he needed them to deliver, nag-deliver sila.
And it's beginning to be a familiar sight over the last 4 years of how this team has continued to win what was once known as the all-Filipino.
And Junmar Fajardo, again, proving to be the best player of the conference, the best player of the league, the best player in this country. 42 points.
Yeah. You know, itong San Miguel team na to, this group of guys that just cemented their place in, you know, history, for years to come. And this is a special group of players and coaches, you know, na talaga pag-uusapan in the years to come because, you know, it's not, yung 3 times nga lang, mahirap na para makuha yung perpetual trophy Pero ngayon, you know, naka-4 na straight ka pa. And who knows, you know, it's Junmar as their main man who's still young. No,
He's only 28 years old.
28 years old. So
Tsaka ang hirap talunin na itong San
yes.
Miguel team.
Yeah, it's gonna, you know, take a lot of time, a lot of years for them to possibly to dominate itong Philippine Cup.
But Magnolia, they had their chances. That 23-point lead, they seem to have the number of the Beerman. Bolly was delivering big shots. But when San Miguel decided to tighten up the defensive screws, they were on their way.
No, importante dito sa Magnolia, they're heading in the right direction. You know, made it to the semis in all 3 conferences last year. At ngayon nga, mabot naman sila sa finals.
First time for Cheetah, no?
Yes, that's right.
And of course, Quinito was mentioning Leo Austria and what he has done. Leo Austria continues to win in the finals that he has participated in.
Six
PBA championship na.
Yeah, and I remember Leo Austria was a player on the Philippine national team that won the 1982 Asian Youth Championship at the Araneta before over 30,000 fans. His coach was Ron Jacobs. His teammate was Jong Wichiko. Another teammate was Hector Calma. Leo Austria learned the ropes from coach Ron Jacobs and went through the grind before finding a home in San Miguel.
Started winning championships also
in the
PBA.
PBL. Right, PBL, and then he won in the ABL.
Yeah. And in the meantime, let's go to Selena Dagdag, who is with Coach Leo.
Yes, gentlemen, kasama ko ngayon si Coach Leo Austria. Nako, Coach Leo, 4th straight Philippine Cup titles. Coach, I must ask you, what do you think makes you so successful in an all-Filipino conference?
Sorry, come again?
Coach, this is your 4th straight Philippine Cup title, Coach. What do you think's allowed you to be so successful in an all-Filipino conference?
First of all, I would like to thank the God Almighty for giving us a lot of opportunity, especially this 4 consecutive all-Filipino Cup. But this championship will not happen if not for the help of our brilliant management, especially Ramon and Sang. Boss, thank you so much for your trust and confidence in me. But, this championship is really for the players na nakita natin naman na they showed the heart of the champion. We're down by 20 and then we're able to get back and then it gone into overtime. But I have to congratulate Magnolia team, the entire Magnolia team, especially their head coach, Chito Victolero, for a job well done. Talagang pinahirapan nila kami. And since the beginning of this season, I told the team na Magnolia is one of the team na kailangan bantayan namin. They're really a contender.
Coach Leo, today you wrote history. What do career milestones like this mean to you?
Yes.
Coach, today po, you wrote history. What do career milestones like this mean to you?
Well, sabi nila, yung championship namin ay always a record. And my coaching career is always a record. I'm not looking at that. Every game for me is a championship game. And that is my winning attitude. And that's the attitude I want to impart each and every one of the players we have.
Right, Coach. Very humble. Coach, kanina rin po nabanggit nyo nga po, playing with hearts of champions, nabanggit nyo rin that the team went into double overtime. You saw them, you witnessed them play from over 48 minutes. Coach, what impressed you the most with your team?
Well, that's the character that impressed me with the players. Maybe that is because of our experience and a lot of championship. And we build the winning character of the team. And I hope we can sustain it this and the next conference. And for sure, this player talagang yung pride nila, hindi na mawawala sa kanila because they know the glory of winning a championship.
Alright, congratulations Coach. Maraming salamat. Meron po ba kayong gustong mga batiin at saka pasalamatan?
Kaya napakarami kong gustong batiin, especially yung mga special person na sumusuporta sa akin from Tigan, mula umpisa, especially Tito Arvin Santos, Doc Tony Liachon, and Paring Oka, thank you for the support. And of course, may mga kababayan sa Quezon, lalo si Governor Suarez, and kababayan ko sa Sariaya, Quezon, and my mother-in-law sa Pilam, lagi nagdadasal para sa amin. And of course, my family, lalo-lalo na yung wife ko, talagang malaki ang pasalamat ko. You're my inspiration. You're always behind me whenever there is a problem in our family. But love, get well soon. I know you can do it. And sana magtuloy-tuloy na yan. And with the help of the God, I think everything is possible. But of course, this thing will not happen if not because of the team, especially the players. Okay, from the utility to the management, Coach Al Francis Chua and Robert Non, our managers, Dan Binaris, and Coach G, the players, the ball boys, the utility, and most especially, the crowd who is always supporting us, all, especially the San Miguel fans. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alright, maraming salamat po, Coach Leo. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you, Coach. Ngayon naman, kasama ko ang ating best player of the game, ang nag-iisang Junmar Fajardo with 40 points and 20 rebounds. Conference high mo rin to ngayon, Junmar. 4 Philippine Cup titles and 6 BPC plums. Gaano kahalaga ba ang mga career milestones na ito para sa'yo?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat kami kay God sa series na to. Kahit sobrang physical, walang na-injury sa amin as well as sa kabila. And then, credit sa Magnolia sa magandang series na binigay nila sa amin. Itong game na to, parang ito yung game 7. So, ayun, nakakatawa, nakaka-proud na mag-part sa team na to. Credit sa mga teammates ko, credit sa coaching staff namin sa magandang adjustment ng second half. Then, crucial yung kay Arwin. Dapat si Arwin yung best player dito kasi siya yung nakashoot ng yung pantabla na tira. So, ayun. Para sa akin, kami lahat ng mga teammates ko yung best player ngayon. Kasi binigay namin yung lahat. So, hindi kami nag-give up. So, ayun. Thankful kami kay God na nakuha namin yung panalo.
Alright, maraming salamat, Junmar, and congratulations once again for your back-to-back victories. Ayan, gentlemen, I'll turn you right back to the awarding ceremony for tonight.
Palakpakan po ulit natin ang inyong 2018 PBA Philippine Cup champion, the San Miguel Beermen. Pero bago po ang lahat, let's invite back onto the floor of the Mall of Asia Arena the runners-up, ang inyong Magnolia Hotshots, Pambansang Manok. Coming to the floor now, Governor Rene Pardo and the rest of the Magnolia Hotshots. Palakpakan po natin ang Magnolia. And to award the runners-up, let's call on Boss Commissioner Willie Marshall to the center of the Mo Arena. Once again, everybody, they fought hard through this entire series, especially the last two games, ang inyong Magnolia Hotshots Pambansang Manok. Maraming salamat, Governor Pardo, Boscom Willie Marshall, and the rest of the Hotshots. And now, kilalanin na ulit natin ang inyong 4 consecutive Philippine Cup champions, ikawalong Philippine Cup at ika-24 na kampyonato sa kasaysayan ng kanilang prangkisa, the winningest franchise in the history of the PBA, the San Miguel Beermen! Headed, of course, by Governor Boss Robert Don. Team Manager Coach G. Abadilla. Assistant Team Manager Daniel Hinares. First Assistant Coach Peter Martin. Assistant Coach P-Boy Rabanes. Boise Zamar. Tayong Mendoza. Ato Agustin. George Gallant. And Head Coach 6 for 6 in the finals, Leo Austria! Let's meet the players. Number 1, Brian Heruela. Number 2, Billy Mamaril. Number 3, Von Pesumal. Number 5, Alex Cabagnot. Number 6, Chris Ross. Number 13, Marshall Lassiter. Number 18, Louis Vigil. Number 22, Matt Ganuelos Rosser. Number 23, Keith Algovida. Number 26, Chico Lanete. Number 28, Michael Mabula. Number 29, Arwin Santos. Number 33, David Samaran. Number 95, Yancy Del Campo. And your 4-time MVP and the only 6-time PPC, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. And on danger list, Gabi Espinas. Sa puntong ito, tawagan po muna natin SMC Sports Director Coach Al Francis Chua for a few words. Unahin na po natin Head Coach Leo Austria. Coach Leo. 6 for 6 in his coaching career in the finals of the PBA. 4 na sunod na Philippine Cup, something that has never been done before. Congratulations, Coach Leo.
First of all, I would like to thank the God Almighty for all the blessings, He extended to our team. And I'm overwhelmed with this championship, especially the game that Magnolia showed tonight. They are down 3-1, but they fight until the last buzzer. That's why I would like to congratulate them, the entire Magnolia team, headed by their coach, Chito Victolero. I'm so happy with this player because I know what experience they had in the past few conferences, and might be That's the reason kung bakit nanalo yung team. We're able to develop the winning attitude of the team. And of course, this championship for us will not happen if not for the brilliance of our boss, Ramon Isang. Dahil siya lahat nagbigay sa amin opportunity to be a champion. Ang mga players nag-response lang sa binibigyan nilang opportunity para sa amin. And boss, we love you. We played for your team. And of course, with the help of the management, especially Coach Al Francis Chua. Thank you, boss. And Sir Robert, our Board of Governors, and then our manager, Coach G, and Dan Binares, and of course, the entire team from ball boy to the players. But sabi ko nga kanina ang players siya nagpapanalo. Ang coach pwede magpanalo. That's why magpatalo. Pero ibinibigay ko lahat ng credit dito sa mga players na ito. Dahil alam niyo naman kanina, we're down by 20 points, but they never give up. Maybe because of their experience. They develop the heart of the champion. And I'm sure, hindi na mawawala sa kanila yan at magagamit nila yan in their daily life. But of course, gusto kong pasalamatan ng mga sumusuporta sa team namin, lalo na yung mga kaibigan ko. Tito Arben Santos, thank you very much for your support. And Doc Tony Liachon, thank you for taking care of our family, especially sa mga nararamdaman namin. Of course, may paring Oka, maraming sa iyo. And then of course, yung president ng San Miguel, si Mr. Bobby Huang. Boss, ihandaan nyo na. Hinihintay na kayo ng player natin. Yeah. And of course, yung mga kababayan ko sa Quezon na nanonood ngayon, especially sa Sariaya, salamat sa suporta nyo. Yung mga kaparian dyan na talaga nagdadasal para sa amin. Okay? And then, lahat-lahat sila. Of course, my wife, talagang na-inspired niya ako dahil at the start of the playoffs, alam natin na nangyayari sa amin. Ma, I love you. And then my 3 kids, who always there, maraming salamat. And then my mother-in-law, Aurelia Solit, maraming salamat. Ma, we love you. We love you. And of course, the fans na walang sawa na sumuporta sa team, we love you. This is for you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again, Coach Leo Austria. At this point, may we hear a few words from Boss Robert Don, Team Governor for the San Miguel Beermen. Boss Robert?
All right. Guys, congratulations. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. First and foremost, we'd like to praise and thank the Lord for this 4th championship. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings for this team. And of course, we would like to express our gratitude and thanks to our management, Mr. ECJ, Mr. Bobby Wang, and most especially to Boss RSA, who really inspire this team, who really find time despite his heavy workload to communicate with the players and also with the other teams. They really made a big difference because of his words of wisdom and words of encouragement. Thirdly, I would like to thank our sports director, our BFF, Coach Al Francis Chua, who's always on hand to assist not only the San Miguel Beer team, but also the other two teams. Thank you, Coach Al. Thank you. To Coach Leo, to the players, to the coaching staff, salamat. Pang-apat na to. Sa ating mga fans, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Sa media, salamat po. And even sa aming outfitter, yung Dickies. Thank you, Dickies. Thank you. We will not be tired of winning because this is what we're made of. We will continue the winning tradition of this team. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations once again and thank you to Boss Robert Non. Ngayon, kilalanin naman natin ang pinakamahusay sa lahat ng bida mula sa SMB from the 2018 PBA Philippine Cup Finals. At para pangalanan ang ating Finals MVP, may we call on to center court the Secretary of the PBA Press Corps from Spin.ph, Mr. Carlos Sacamos. And makakasama natin from Signal HD, Content Marketing Supervisor Von Gaa, and from the Signal HD Spikers ng PSL, Ms. Jovelyn Gonzaga, Ms. Jack Janela, Sticks Horton, and Team Awesome. Makakasama ni Carlos Sacamos from Spin, mula naman sa Manila Bulletin, si Sir Jonas Terrado.
This guy carried this team on his back when counted upon, and he saved his best for last in Game 5 with averages of 24.4 points, 16.2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. The Signal PBA Press Corps PBA Finals MVP is none other than Junmar Fajardo.
Congratulations once again, Junmar Fajardo adding another piece of hardware to an already storied career. If we can hear a few words from your Finals MVP. Congratulations na lang kay Junmar, and of course, to the rest of the San Miguel Beermen, your 2018 PBA Philippine Cup champions.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are just closing the shop here. 108 to 99 was the Pare, magsasalita na tayo. And we're just saying hi. I think that's the dad of
father of that commissioner,
William Marshall, that we've met through the years. Dr. Marshall of Batangas City. That's the final count. Parting shots from you, gentlemen. Ang aabangan pa natin dito, San Miguel is probably just starting with still Christian Stan Hardinger waiting for the second conference. What a team this will be, making your job even harder, Richard Del Rosario.
Oh, I think everybody's preparing for that additional personnel para sa San Miguel. And you know, right now, I think for San Miguel, hindi na muna nila iniisip yan. Iniisip lang nila is how to celebrate this championship and how to fit in itong si Stan Hardinger. It's not that easy. It's not going to be automatic that they will just get better right away with this insertion, no? Because hindi naman siya basta-basta ordinary player lang. So it's really a matter of blending in him in the proper chemistry of the team for them to really be good, but you know, yung potential talaga limitless.
This signal is loud and clear to the rest of the field.
Well, dito sa ating Game 5, nakita natin yung championship experience, yung points ng San Miguel. That's something that you earn. That's something that you generate through the years. And that's something that Magnolia will learn from.
Yeah.
Yung experience nila dito sa game number 5.
I
There
agree.
were games that they could have won. Yung game 4 was very winnable para sa kanila. Yung game 5 was also very winnable for Magnolia. Yung nga lang sa dulo, nagkakaroon sila ng mistakes, nape-pressure sila, and that's where experience and exposure come into the picture.
Total naman kayo ang PBA, kumaway na kayo na sabay-sabay. Nagkakahiyaan pa eh, gumaganon-ganon pa eh. Di ba? At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. April 22, magkakasama-sama ulit tayo. May All-Star po tayo, may Commissioner's Cup tayo mag-uumpisa. The other teams that have not seen action for a while are back on the floor with a new name for the Kia franchise.
That's right, that's going to be the first game, yung Blackwater versus Colombian Jeep. Tapos yung TNT Katropa versus Global Port, and that's something to watch for because
that trade
of
that
course,
happened.
Terence Romeo maglalaro na for TNT at si Mota Tua naman for Global Port.
Should be an interesting cleanup job here for the MOA personnel here. But we'll watch the celebration of the dugout of San Miguel during Sports Center. Our friends and our colleagues there will take care of presenting that. We'd like to thank Richard Del
Thank you very
Rosario
much for having me.
sharing the insights. And boy, the fans missed you, and we hope this is not the last time we get you back
And we
here.
miss you too. Coach Shine.
Maraming salamat, Richard, and Kinito and Selena Dagdag. And our entire hardworking ESPN5 PBA production team, you have done another marvelous job of showcasing these wonderful, wonderful games. Thank you for joining us. San Miguel Beer is the champion of the Philippine Cup. Thank you. This is your PBA.